Welcome, everybody. It is Tuesday night in the Coast to Coast Racing League. Appreciate you guys joining me here at Simtrax Broadcasting. It's going to be a fantastic night tonight. As always, you guys seem to join me here for Tuesday nights. As of recent, Gambler Motorsports will be our sponsor here for tonight. Man, we got a packed one. We're going to be starting with the wingless Warriors here tonight, which is going to be really exciting. And here at Lanier, as you see these guys getting ready here, Midgets is what we're getting into. This is going to be fantastic. Patrick Morrison up here in the booth on the Coast to Coast Racing Network as well. And man, this is going to be a good shootout. Right now we are saying Barney there in the flag booth, going ahead and waving that flag. Qualifying will begin shortly. This is going to be a fantastic night tonight. Where are we? Well, you might ask. Lanier. That is where we're going to be starting out here tonight. Lanier National Speedway, just over a quarter of a mile here. 79 degrees, air temperature, and 77 on the track. So you definitely can expect these guys to be getting around here pretty fast. I've been keeping an eye out there on the 518 of Joseph Grandy. He's going to be pretty, have his hands full here tonight. We kind of see him there in the background a little bit. We'll kind of take a peek at his times and see what we've got coming up. We'll mention Soup Week as well. I want to make sure we talk a little bit about that, of what we've got coming up for Soup Week. Soup Week, some people might ask, man, I just don't know what that is, and that's going to end up being kind of the qualifiers will be, I believe, Friday and Saturday, starting on the 21st and 22nd here, and then Soup Night will actually start on Tuesday. We're going to start with the 360s, 358s for the ED and C mains. Not forgetting the Pro Late models. That's going to be a good one. They're starting at Charlotte for the Soup. Man, I'm fairly certain, if I read right, that this thing's got about a $1,500 purse. So, guys, sign up, get checked into that, and that's where you want to be this upcoming week. These guys are getting ready. So, there's a lot of good competition out there. Everybody here at Coast to Coast, I know, is really pitching in, trying to get signed up and ready to go. Joseph Grandy here already nailing that pole, just barely, though. Just barely, with it says here with a 412 up on the screen, and really, a 1412 and a 1414 Steven Spees right behind him. So super fast that these guys are running here so far. Right now in the standings, Terry Landis is actually leading for the Wingless Warriors here. So, shows good, everybody doing just fine. Having no problem. Landis is yet to win a race. He has 3 top 5 finishes and one, and his last finish was the top 10. But right now, I am not seeing Mr. Landis out here. So hopefully we'll kind of see how he gets back, taking this week off. Unfortunately, I believe out there on the track, Steven Spees may still be kind of cooking around here a little bit, just trying to get a couple extra laps in here at Lanier. Looking fairly good. Last week was the wingless 360s, not the midgets. Patrick Spangler took away the win that night. With Joseph Grandy in second and Randy Shreves third. Finally, Randy Shreves was able to finally break that streak of not being able to, get a podium position. He'd been hanging out in the top 10, but really couldn't seem to secure it. But no problem. This time he was able to get third. Right now he is qualified. Actually back of the pack here in 11th. So he's actually one of the slower guys on the field, but Randy Shreves, easier Spees. Back to the backup car. As he gets wrapped around that, is going to finish it. So Spangler, Grandy, Shreves, Spees, and Hit are the top 5s for last week. Really, we'll have to see where these guys end up for the feature coming up here. Let's take a little look at what we've got lining up. Bob DeGood is going to be starting in the front line of our race here tonight. Aiden Young will be on the outside of him. Patrick Spangler, last week's winner, in third. Joseph Grandy, fastest one we saw in qualifying, starting 4th. Donovan Ross, Devo, back there in 5th. And Randy Shreves starting in the back of the pack. So normally we do have kind of elimination rounds, but no such thing here in the midgets. We got to get some more people out here, I assure you. We got to get some more people out here on the track. To give some of these drivers a good run, especially drivers like Aiden Young, Joseph Grandy. I know Nick Vickery. Sad to see him not out here tonight, but hopefully he'll be able to put in some time here pretty soon. Like I said, once again, I want to thank you guys for showing up here tonight. This is going to be a fantastic race that we've got kind of lined up for you guys here tonight. get this ready to go. Langton Mechanical is going to be bringing our first heat race here tonight, and away we go. Right now, DeGood kind of caught off guard there just a little bit there in the front row, but he seemed to get off the line no problem and pulling away. Watch out for Joseph Grandy, though. Grandy and Spangler. These are going to be your two guys here that are going to cause a lot of trouble, and really, Bob DeGood's got to stay out here and in front of him right now. And he's doing just that. Right now, Bob DeGood is starting to actually pull away, but watch Grandy, man. He seems to have this corner exit kind of nailed down. Ooh, got a little loose there from Joseph Grandy in the 518. You'll kind of notice him in the color right behind him. Patrick Spangler coming up in the respectable third position. Starting out this heat, not too many laps, only about 6 to get this one done for them to kind of square it away. But you see Grandy kind of have to change up his line a little bit to see if he can figure out how to get around Bob DeGood here. Patrick Spangler drops back to the 4th position. Joseph Grandy is up 2 so far from where he started. Not sure if something's going on. Looks like Devo still back here in 5th, and Randy Shreve's hanging out there in 5th. But it looks like Bob DeGood kind of got turned around there. Let's take a quick peek at that. Oh, a little nudge there from Grandy. Boy, good thing no eliminations here for tonight, because the final lap is coming down right now. We are watching Joseph Grandy get around here. I believe around turn 3 and 4. Checker flag is out with Barney, so it's going to look like Grandy, Young, Spangler, Devo, Randy Shreves moves up a position. Bob DeGood, man, just got bumped out of the way on that one. Tough break for him. Tough break. All right, let's go ahead and get our second heat here. Good Lord, what in the world? All right, Brandon Dittmer is going to be starting us off here in the front, with Jeff Barker starting on the outside of him in the 513. Jack Hitt starting 3rd. Steven Spees waiting for him to load up, get ready to go here in 4th. And Jamie McCarron in the 5th position. But we'll see if, there we go. Everybody's nice and loaded in now, looking good out here on the track. Good drivers out here. Interested to see where all these guys can end up placing here tonight. For a good showing. I think Jamie McCarron is one of our Aussies out here. The 211 car. Whoa, man. Alright, and that is going to bring up our second heat of the night, brought to you by Magnum Race Designs. Magnum Race Designs offer iRacing wraps, hero cards, logos, flyers, and even t-shirt designs. If you're looking for a new design and want attention to detail, competitive pricing, fast turnaround times, check out Magnum Race Designs on Facebook, or you can contact them directly through Messenger. That might be the easiest way for you to get a hold of them. They are a proud sponsor of the League's 358 Modified Division, so watch out for Magnum Race Designs here. Brandon Dittmer, Jeff Barker getting ready to take this one away. Watch out for Dittmer. Dittmer here in the 83. I know he's super fast. He's come out with a lot of speed here this week. Oof. Steven Spees already makes contact with Jack Hitt right off the bat. I'm sure there's going to be a little retaliation there if they're not careful. As Jack Hitt is definitely looking there toward the inside. Oh boy. Looks like Jamie McCarron kind of kissed off the wall there a little bit. And now he's upside down. That is going to unfortunately end his heat race here tonight. Away they go. Jack Hitt is pulled away in the lead. Steven Spees in 2nd. So you just kind of see the field almost flip-flop here. Brandon Dittmer back here in the 3rd position. I think he's just trying to kind of collect this one up and figure out where he can get kind of squared away with this one. I'm not sure. Not quite sure here. He's got to be careful. Steven Spees still here in 2nd place. Only 3 to go left in this one. Oof, low contact there. Steven Spees is now dialed back to 4th. Now that's going to leave it up to Jeff Barker moving up to the 2nd position. Brandon Dittmer still fighting in 3rd. Jack Hitt actually really starting to pull away with this one. Good moves by Jack Hitt, just kind of staying out of the way, and you just kind of see the distance he's putting on right now, about a 1.3 second gap. Looking good so far. I know my tower's messing up on you guys a little bit, but watch out there on the side. Some of these guys do drag it kind of low, and it thinks they're pitting. So don't think somebody is pitting there. Everybody will be A-OK, but Jack Hitt's going to take away our Heat 2's win here with Jeff Barker in 2nd, Brandon Dittmer 3rd. Man, These guys, that's something about these midgets. These guys are tough to really get a hold of here. Well, let's kind of see how these other guys are doing out here. Really great job by a lot of these drivers out here. Hopefully they are able to kind of keep it down here tonight. I want to make sure we give a little shout out to Flatline Racing Bodies. Quality racing bodies produced by former NASCAR Regional Short Track Champion Dan Chapman in the iRacing hotbed of Clarence, Iowa. Check out Flatline Racing Bodies. They are definitely something to look at there. We are looking at Randy Shreves here, kind of cooking around the track just a little bit here, seeing how he can, seeing what he can actually turn around here, figure out if he's going to feel any better. Rather than his last heat there, you kind of saw him clip the wall a little bit and then kind of ruin the rest of his night. Hopefully he is able to continue or do a lot better. You know, he's just kind of the flip-flop there. So far in the standings, Joseph Grandy is in 5th place. Randy Shreves ended up in 6th. These guys both moved up. Jeffrey Barker has dropped down 4 positions down into the 7th. So he's looking to kind of turn this one around. I know Steven Spees, he missed last week. So that unfortunately shuffled him to the 8th position. But right now he's got 2 wins here in the Wingless Warrior division. Well, about just under a minute and a half left here of the warm-ups here. Patrick Spangler is our gentleman here in 2nd for the points. And Bob DeGood. Check that out. Bob DeGood actually out there. He is in 3rd. Tied with Jack Hitt as well. So these 2 guys here in the 7 and the 217 here. These guys are kind of battling it out to see who can capitalize on this 3rd position. Now, something to kind of keep in mind is people that what kind of races they're doing. Some are racing the wingless 360s. And some are racing the midgets. The key is to race them both, obviously, to get here on the board. I believe, Nick Vickery, he moved up 10 spots from 23rd to 13th in the points. But really, it's just... right now, I believe Steven Spees has 2 wins. Joseph Grandy has 1, and Patrick Spangler has 1. So hopefully we'll be able to see one of these other guys kind of really be able to give it a good shot out here. And maybe have a new winner here tonight. I know with Joseph Grandy being as fast as he is, he may go ahead and secure, a multi-win here to join Steven Spees here in the league. So I'm curious to see where these guys end up. As you can see, once again, how they get tangled up. Stellar Stella out there in the chat. Only 8 drivers tonight. Actually, I have 11. Brandon Dittmer and Patrick Spangler right now are not out here on the track. They may be going ahead and just kind of, taking a break for a second. Give the wheel a break, give their hands a break, because they really got to push this one around. To give it a good shot out there. So, Stella, yeah, there are more drivers than that. There are more drivers than that. I know Coast to Coast is always looking for more drivers, especially competition-wise here in the C2C. But this is going to be it. This is it. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Joseph Grandy is going to be up here in the front. Jack Hitt is going to be on the outside of him in 2nd. Aiden Young 3rd. Jeff Barker 4th. Patrick Spangler 5th. Brandon Dittmer will be 6th. Looking real good out of all these guys. Devo in 7th. Looks like, Steven Spees in 8th. Randy Shreves 9th. Jamie McCarron will be in the 10th position. And it looks like Bob DeGood will be in 11th. Have to see if Devo was able to... Yep, he was able to grid up there just a little bit. Kind of sad saying we had a little mix-up on the track already. I said there is no way. So right now, I mean, Joseph Grandy has got to seal the win in this one to almost secure him into the top 3. Right now, he's only behind Bob DeGood and Jack Hitt by 1 point. So, if he can secure the win here tonight, that is going to lunge him very, very close to Terry Landis, who was no-show tonight. So, that is going to be the make or break here for Joseph Grandy to really get control of this league and then start driving the way he wants. So, Joseph Grandy in the 518 with Jack Hitt. Looks like the Steve King Foundation pace truck is off. Barney up in the booth waving the green flag, and away we go. So, now Jack Hitt using that high line, seeing if he can hold off Grandy. But Grandy hard on that bottom. Here we go. These guys are starting to stack up pretty tight here. Aiden Young having a little bit of trouble there in second place, kind of towing in behind him. Good stack-ups here in the back. Patrick Spangler trying to ram it right up the center here. And he does. He's able to move up into fourth, now into third. Excellent job there by the 39 and here in the midgets. He's kind of working it a little bit. You kind of see working the bottom lane, working the top lane, working the bottom lane. Steven Spees clips the inside wall there just a little bit there in his 55. So you've got to be careful. And that's one thing. It's kind of hard to see. You see that left front tire coming up off that mud just a little bit. So these guys, you know, it's okay to touch a loose wheel. It's when it's made contact, then it's got nowhere to go. So they are able to bump off the wall just a little bit. Looks like Aiden Young may be under fire by Patrick Spangler here, but man, these guys are getting close. Who I want to look at is Brandon Dittmer. Brandon Dittmer's starting to get a lot of hot water here, back here with Jack Hitt and Randy Shreves. Shreves trying to make his moves up toward the front. He's only up 2 positions so far. Man on the move right now is Spees in the 55. He's up 4 positions so far from where he started. Look at Randy Shreves dive there toward the bottom. We're trying to see if he can get a move here on Dittmer there, but man, just not enough steam. Not enough steam out of that 56, trying to get pushed around here. Looks like Patrick Spangler, once again, we rotate back up here toward the front. He is conquering that second position now. So this is going to work out good for Patrick Spangler here in the second position in points and second on the track. Now he's just got to run down Grandy, but man, just looking at the distance right now, he's got to make up a second to catch up to Joseph Grandy. And I wouldn't say it's out of the question. Right now, with Spangler not having anybody on the inside or outside of him, he may have the favorable line he would like to take to try to run him down here. But is it too late? 22 laps? Probably not, but he's going to give it a hell of a try and see if he can catch back up to him here. So, Joseph Grandy up in first. Patrick Spangler second. Spees watching out for Aiden Young, kind of rotating behind him there a little bit up toward the top shelf. But they're giving a good battle there at 55 and the 69 here. Watch out for Aiden Young. I always say, man, he's the guy who rises up from the bottom. This guy starts in the back of the field every time I've seen him, and he can just seem to nail a podium position. Whether it be pro late models or what else, there even on Thursday nights. But here, he's got his hands full, definitely for sure. Aiden Young right now, 26th in points. So this will actually be his 6th competition, and there he goes, upside down. Boy, spinning like a top. Boy, and that is going to cost him this race here. It's probably going to rotate him toward the back. Let's have a little peek at what happened here. See if we can roll it back. It looks like he may have just gotten a little loose here. Yeah, just that little jerk. And I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to line up to get a better lane. And I'm just wondering if the bumps there on the track ended up getting kind of getting the best of him here. Let's see if I can kind of roll this back a little bit here. And let's take a peek from the inside, kind of what happened. Happened with his car here. Let's take a peek. Yeah, just jerked right there and just unfortunately turned it over. Boy, that's going to be bad for him here tonight. That is unfortunate. But hopefully he's able to kind of get that thing repaired and back out on the track. These guys are stacking up behind the pace truck again. Now we don't see many cautions here out of the Wingless Warrior division. This will give us a good chance to mention the Steve King Foundation pace truck. The Steve King Foundation was formed to help the dirt track racing community across the country by providing financial assistance to drivers, pit crew members, racing officials, track operations personnel, or immediate families of those individuals who suffer serious illness, injury, and/or death. But right now, the only injury we see at this point is Aiden Young's pride, as he's got spun on his top. And back into pits he will be, so that may do it for Aiden Young tonight. Joseph Grandy still trying to make sure he gets some distance. We saw him have that 1 second lead, and then he kind of held it. So right now he's got to figure out how to keep Patrick Spangler off his rear bumper. What I want to watch out for is Steven Spees here. Steven Spees kind of trapped here on the bottom. I don't know if this is exactly 100% where Steven Spees wants to be. You know, he battles here with Jack Hitt there on the outside, but still... good work by these guys as they starting to single file out here just a little bit. Tandem driving here by Jack Hitt, Spees, and Shreves. This will be your guys here, 3, 4, and 5. Definitely good battle up here toward the front. Spangler lost a little bit of time there on that turn. That's going to cost him, which has now allowed Jack Hitt to almost catch him. So now he can almost reach out and touch him, tap him on the shoulder, and let him know, hey, I am here. They're in that 217, but these guys are only halfway through this race here. They gotta figure out how to get this thing piled up here, getting pushed around. Oh man, this is gonna start getting pretty tight here. Watch out for Spees. Spees starting to close the gap. They're on Jack Hitt. A little bump there by Spees could send Jack Hitt into Spangler, but hopefully these guys, don't make contact. It does happen. Keep in mind this is open-wheeled racing, so a good bump and a nudging is always in good order. As long as it doesn't total somebody out. But man, I'm waiting to see if Randy Shreves is kind of just sitting and waiting for this thing to happen. Randy Shreves down here, up 4 positions here into the 5th. Good moves by him so far in the 56, but man, he's just starting to run out of time here. He's got to watch out. Only 12 laps to go in this one as these guys are coming down the back stretch, getting their way around. Joseph Grandy's still fighting to stay far enough in front of him. Look at that. Kind of from this view, you do see that gap. So right now, if Grandy can keep this up, he may seal the deal in this one, as long as there's not another caution to kind of stack him up once again. I believe Aiden Young may be back out onto the track. I believe that is lap traffic he may run into, but as long as Aiden Young can keep forward and charging forward, I think Jarrett Grandy won't have a problem with him at this point. Yeah, interesting to see. It looks like it's starting to heat up a little bit here between Spees and Shreves here for that 4th position. Randy Shreves there peeking toward the top, trying to see if he can get that exit speed. He's got it, so the 55 and 56, 4 and 5 here. Looks like Shreves got the favorable line there toward the inside, but can he slide up in front of him? We'll have to see if he can carry any of that speed out. Yeah, interesting to see these two guys actually kind of switch it up back and forth here. Shreves had the high line, had the high exit. Oh, and they make contact. Here we go. Shreves getting a little bit of that medicine he's been dishing out before. Now, Spees, he's going to triangulate that turn and now dive it below. This is going to be the battle of the race right now. Here we go. Look at that. Spees takes that right rear tire, slicks it right there in the left front. Randy Shreves checks up just a little bit to make sure they both don't wreck. Showing you that Spees wants 4th position. He is not going to take no for an answer. And we now are under caution. Looks like Jamie McCarron may have spun it around here. All right, let's see if we can get right to Jamie McCarron here. Oh! Looks like he makes contact with Dittmer. Oof. Yeah, it looked like Dittmer may have actually used him as a wall banking there. That's a little unfortunate for him there. Cautions will not count. Caution laps do not count here in this league. So these guys are going to have 5 more laps to get it done. Right now, if I was Joseph Grandy, I'd beat my head off the dashboard at this point. You kind of, I think I got to win. I think I got to win. Now he's going to be under fire by Patrick Spangler. So if these guys start too wide here, this could be, what in the world? Joseph, what happened, man? Dude. No. No, dude, that was a joke, right? I am speechless at this point. Joseph Grandy just clipped the wall, and I'm sure he's going to hate me for this. He just clipped the wall and is now had to tow, and that is going to take him out of the race during the caution lap. I'm hoping it was a mechanical fault, and that wasn't something bad just happened. But right now, Patrick Spangler is going to be able to put it down and get away with this one. Spangler already second in points. He's only about 15 points behind Terry Landis here. So if he wins this one with Terry Landis not showing up, this is going to be our new Wingless Warrior leader here, and he'll actually be joining Steven Spees here for a multiple win. But right now, I don't count anybody out at this point. Heck, we even thought Joseph Grandy wasn't, kind of had this one sealed up. This goes to show you what happens when cautions come undone. Randy Shreves here battling here with Brandon Dittmer there. Looks toward the bottom. No, Dittmer. Oh, watch out. Steven Spees. Steven Spees holding this thing to the floor. Randy Shreves getting bounced around like a ping pong ball. They're in the 56, and I think now some words are being said for sure. Watch out for Dittmer. Dittmer and Spees. Here we go. There it goes. Now we got a total up here. I believe white flag is out. It is not going to matter. That is going to bring Patrick Spangler here to the win. As long as he can keep Jack Hitt off of him, he does. Patrick Spangler, Jack Hitt, Jeff Barker. Let's rotate back to that last one there, where Randy Shreves got tangled up. What? Let's try this one more time. These guys were making a good battle here. All right, Spees rolls up into Dittmer. Spees is trying to get around him, but he doesn't know Randy Shreves is there. Turns Shreves over. Dittmer's on his side. Turns Dittmer around. Spees continues. Wow, and that is going to do it for a lot of these guys' races here tonight. Rather unfortunate for a lot of them. Man, if I'm not mistaken, that is going to put Patrick Spangler right into the lead of the Wingless Warriors here. Good job. Good job there by Patrick Spangler. Let's go ahead and find our guys out here. All right, let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. The 513 of Jeff Barker. You got a copy on me here, bud?
Hi, Patrick. I'm good.
Dude, all right, you survived. Third place finish here tonight. Is this where you kind of thought you would be?
No, I didn't think anybody else wanted it, so.
All right, bud. Right now you are 7th in points. A good, solid third place finish. A lot of good moves. I'm sure this will bump you up. I'm sure this is probably going to get you somewhere in that 5th or 4th position. I know DeGood and Jack Hitt here were battling for some points here so far. But really, how was the track coming around to you out there?
I was like demotivated because I was so far back. I was just kind of cruising around, and then when the last lap came, and when the wall reached out and grabbed Grandy there under caution, I figured we had a chance to move forward a little bit, but I didn't think I'd get quite this far.
Yeah, definitely something for Grandy. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but that was, especially under caution, that was definitely a flip-flop for him. 410s are next. We going to see you there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, Lanier, and then we're going to be moving to another track there. That is going to be at Fairbury. So, man, good. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs. Let's get you on that track.
All right. Yeah. Thanks to Kart Racing Team and United States Marine Corps. That's my main sponsor on my car, my fantasy sponsor. So that's about it for the midgets.
All right. Jeff Barker, fantastic job tonight in the 513. Good to see you with a solid top 3 finish here, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody, that's Jeff Barker there. Let's go ahead and rotate straight to Jack Hitt. Now, Jack Hitt has actually been kind of flip-flopping around here a little bit, trying to figure out where he needed to be and where he was going to land here tonight. Jack, really, you kind of got tangled up there in a couple of issues. Kind of getting squished up there by DeGood a little bit. You saw Spees a little bit. You saw Aiden Young a little bit. How was your confidence level during the race?
Oh, it was good, man. I don't know who was around me and everything. I just know there were too many cars in front of me, but it was a lot of fun.
All right, man. Right now, you are tied in the points with Bob DeGood. Bob DeGood, unfortunately, he placed 4th, not too far behind, but I believe this is going to go ahead and slide you up into the points for a solid 3rd place, if not higher than that, seeing Terry Landis was unable to show here tonight. Did the track is this kind of how you wanted to end up tonight? Did the track come around for you? Did it slicken up, or was it too sticky?
I think it was getting there. I was hoping to, get a lot more slick, just to maybe make the high line a little bit faster. But I think we were just getting there those last 10 laps or so. I felt like I might have been able to pull on them. Caution comes out though and resets everything. You got to get that groove back going again. And I just didn't have enough time.
All right, bud. Well, we have the 410s next. Hopefully things will turn around. I'm assuming I'll see you there.
Oh, we'll see. I got family obligation I gotta go take care of still, but we'll see if I can jump back in pretty quick.
All right, bud. Well, hopefully everything's a-okay, and we'll be able to join you there. But I won't hold you up anymore. Go ahead and give me your shout outs, and let's get you back doing what you got to do.
Shout out to me, man. One man team. Just shout out to you also for putting this thing on, and shout out to Coast to Coast and everybody behind the scenes for running the best league on iRacing.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Hey, don't forget to tell your buddies to subscribe. That way they can come watch you run, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Jack. Great job tonight by Jack. Hit in the 217 there. We saw a lot of good moves by a lot of these drivers here tonight. But right now, Patrick Spengler's been on a pretty good win streak here tonight. Apparently he knows what needs to be done and how to get it done. So far, I mean, this guy right now is really, he's making it happen. Here with Patrick Spengler. Super awesome. Patrick Spengler, you got a copy?
Yep, gotcha.
Dude, all right. You are on a tear here. The past couple of weeks, a lot of wins so far. This will be now multiple win here for the Wingless Warrior division. How's it feel so far?
Pretty good. Just lucky there. I guess Randy had one too many PBRs behind the wheel, and I lucked out. Not hit him under caution there.
All right, bud. Well, look at right now. You won last week, and now you win this week. You seem to be kind of getting a groove here. You're starting to kind of feel how it's going on. I'm assuming, this isn't going to stop. You're going to continue. Is this kind of where you want to be, kind of in the smaller wingless division, or we kind of want to get into the larger winged cars or more the pro late model style?
I'm much more comfortable in the wings. This one, my second and third win in the wingless, just happened to be 2 weeks in a row. But the 410s that was probably the most comfortable I've been, and then the 360s. I like to learn the light miles modifieds, but they just frustrate me a lot, so I just kind of stick to the sprint cars.
All right, man. Well, dude, fantastic race here tonight. I believe you won at the 410s last week as well. If I'm looking back at my notes, yeah, you won last week in the 410s. Where were we? Kokomo?
Yeah, Kokomo. Now we're a Fairbury, so hopefully everybody can keep the car underneath them. We get a good race, and should be pretty strong here.
All right, Patrick Spengler, give me your shout-outs, man. Let's get you going.
Train was racing, you for putting on the broadcast, Imtrax broadcasting, and then Roger for putting on the league, Jack for admitting, Dad and Uncle back home watching, and yep.
Fantastic job. 39 car of Patrick Spengler. Great job tonight, bud. Let's see what you can do in the 410s.
Sounds good. Hope to talk to you soon.
Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. And like I said, 410s is where you're going to end up next. Definitely keep that in mind. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Hit it. I'm so close to 100. We're almost there, so that means my fancy YouTube link is not going to be those jumbled numbers I can make at Simtrax Broadcasting at YouTube. So let's go ahead and get that done. We're so close. I believe last time I checked, we were at 96. So, guys, hit that bell and let's get it going. But first, we're going to be at a commercial. Let's get to those 410s and bring you more great racing out of here at the Coast to Coast Racing League.
This October, some of iRacing's best dirt racers come together for one of the biggest A-days ever. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte and the Dirt Track Bank World Finals, presented by the Dirt Alliance. Fixed 360s, pro late models, and small block modifieds collide for 7 action-packed nights in a pursuit of a guaranteed purse of $1,500. 3 champions and an overall world champion will be crowned. Register now for this great event. Go to c2crl.com for more information. The World Finals run from October 21st to the 27th. 100% of registration goes to Mission 22 in their fight to end veteran suicide. A joint effort between the Coast to Coast Racing League, Friday Night Lights, and Dirt Track Bank, a division of Malvern Bank. Don't miss it.
our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
The 50th Napa Super Dirt Week, October 3rd through the 9th. Racing, music, camping, and more. It's the 50th running of racing's biggest party, October 3rd through the 9th at Oswego Speedway. Don't miss the superstars of dirt car racing go wheel to wheel. Then stay for the live music and entertainment. Get your tickets now at superdirtweek.com or call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Excited to have you with us here again. Like I said, for you, those of you just tuning in, let's go ahead and get it out. 410s is where we're going to be here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Just call it Fairbury for short. Keep in mind, this track has won 3 Dirt Car Track of the Year awards. So definitely a place to be. iRacing people have asked for it and begged for it and pleaded, and iRacing has given us this track. And tonight is where these guys are going to be. We're taking a peek here at Joseph Grandy, going ahead and practicing right now out here at Fairbury in the 410. So let's see how well he can get it done here so far. I know qualifying starts here in just a couple minutes, but let's go ahead and take a peek right now, see what we got for our info here tonight. This is going to be fancy, fancy, fancy here at Fairbury. 80 degrees in the air, less than a quarter of a mile is going to be the track, so keep in mind for that. Track temperature will be at 76 degrees. That dirt is going to be nice and cool for these guys to get around, but what I'm nervous of right now is that that humidity being at 82%. That means that track is going to be even harder to get slicked up out there, out there on the track, and it's just going to start clotting and clumping and everything else. So I definitely expect to see a lot of things getting mashed up and pushed around here on the track. Trying to see if they can, kind of mush it down, kind of figure out a better way to get, get things moving around. Right now, I think they are getting ready to wrap it up here in just a little bit. Here at the track. Boy, this is an exciting one here tonight. Interested to see where these guys end up picking up right now. Let's go ahead and show us our practice times right there. Grandy, once again, still the fastest one out there on the track. I want to see if we can poke in with Grandy at some point and kind of see what happened during the, during what in the world happened in the midgets. He was leading just about every race, got loose and kind of clipped the wall there a little bit. We'll make sure we have a little chat with him and see what happened. Take a little look at it. 410 Sprint Car Division brought to you by 2-1 Designs. Don't forget to check them out. Grandy, look at that fast lap here. Dittmer outbeats him here. Let's see if he's got anything more. Man, fast time. A 10:21 out of Joseph Grandy here. Wow, that's fast. Excellent job by Joseph Grandy here. Fast time by him so far. Let's go ahead and have it. See, I want to see if we can have a little chat here with Joseph Grandy. Let me see if I can grab him real quick. GS Racing. Let's see if we can have a little chat. Alrighty, Joseph Grandy, you got a copy? Alright, bud. Hey, man, glad I was able to catch up with you here. Alright, I got to ask for some of the viewers out there, what in the world happened?
I just looked down and took my hands off the wheel for about a half a second and ran into the wall.
Man, I was going to say, because this was your hard charge for the points lead here tonight. Being able to come out with a win. But, dude, I hate it, man. For some of the viewers out here, like, what in the world happened? He got turned around and clipped the wall, man.
Nothing you can do about that but laugh.
All right, man. Well, I didn't know if it was a mechanical issue or something. I saw you didn't return back to the track either, so.
My brain, that was the mechanical issue.
All right. Well, Joseph Grandy, once again, fast time here on the track. Hopefully you are able to put it in victory lane this time, bud.
Yeah, this is a rough track, so we'll see.
All right, man. Well, keep up the good work. We'll catch back up with you later, bud.
All right, later.
All right, there's Joseph Grandy there, ladies and gentlemen. Still really a battle up there for Joseph Grandy. He's still up there in the front. Right now, we're still looking at about another 40 seconds left here in qualifying. Not too much time for these guys. They are running out of time here. I believe Jamie McCarron and Patrick Spangler have yet to qualify just yet. Grandy, Shreves, Dittmer, 1, 2, and 3. We'll make sure we take this time to actually give a cool little shout out for our Driver of the Week. Driver of the Week is Jeff Barker. He captured Driver of the Week, Week 4 for the Coast2Coast Racing League. Jeff started P16 in last week's Hometown Heroes 305 race. Drove all the way from P6, passing 10 cars. So he will end up getting a Driver of the Week mug. So awesome job by Jeff Barker there. Getting his way up toward the front, seeing they've finished in the top 3 in the last race. So he may be on a good tear here so far. Which is going to bring up our first heat. And you guys all know out there, for guys who've seen us, our first heat will be brought to you by Langton Mechanical. Let's go ahead and see who is on our grid here so far. Jeff Barker is going to go ahead and put it up there for the first spot. Bob DeGood second. Brandon Dittmer will be third. Joseph Grandy fourth. Jason Sams, 5th position. Jamie McCarron. I see he's... Jamie McCarron did not grid. So it is going to be the 5 of these guys. It does not look like any eliminations are for tonight. Guys, make sure you stay tuned tonight after the 410s. We're even into the asphalt. So it's going to be an even bigger show here for us tonight. Heat 1 brought to you by Langton Mechanical. They're a second-to-none heat and air conditioning company in the Hamilton area. Promise their customers their own professionally trained Langton specialists professionally every step of the way. You guarantee your customer satisfaction for sales, installation, and maintenance service of your heating and cooling system. And keep in mind that equipment sale, installation, and maintenance service is backed 100% by Langton. Right now, 100% right now has got to be Joseph Grandy. See if he can flip his luck around here. Bob DeGood and Jeff Barker up here in the front. Take the green flag, and away we go. 6 laps to get it done here in the heat. Oof. Looks like Jeff Barker kind of grabbed a huge chunk of mud there. That's what I was talking about. And the whole big tumble up there. Looks like Bob DeGood slid up and hit the wall. Now Bob DeGood will be back there in the 5th, so he'll be starting last. Jeff Barker trying to see if he can salvage the last of this heat here. Get his way back toward the front. Bob DeGood is going to be taking that back to the trailer, get that squared away. But look at Joseph Grandy. Look at the speed out of that 518 right now. He is on a tear right now. Already a 1-second lead. 3 laps in this thing. What in the world? I'm sorry. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. Joseph Grandy just drove the wing off this thing. Holy cow. All right. Joseph Grandy posting the best time there. His best of a 10:36 right now. Brandon Dittmer just placed at 10.2. Right now, one lap to go. Oh, Brandon Dittmer wall riding it there a little bit. Kind of grabbing and biting there. We got to be careful. He made up a boatload of time, but bad spot. Grandy, Dittmer, Sams, Barker. 1, 2, 3, and 4. DeGood ends up totaling out of this one. Wow. Drove the wing off of it. That is going to bring up our next heat. I know you guys are excited to see all our drivers out here getting ready, locked and loaded. Terry Landis is going to be lining up here tonight in the 161 car. Jeffrey Kemper on the outside of him. Donovan Ross will be third. Randy Shreves will be fourth. There's Devo right there. Devo. And Patrick Spangler, last week's winner, starting back here in the 5th position. We'll have to see Patrick Spangler. He's got a lot of speed out of that car. So we'll have to see if we, what these guys decide to do out here on the track. Pace car lights are off. Heat 2 brought to you by Magnum Race Designs. Keep in mind, Barney up in the booth, getting ready. As he's seeing them there on the backstretch. Gonna wrap them back around. Coming out of turn 4. Terry Landis and Kemper are going to be the guys that take it away for us on this one. And away they go. Terry Landis. Let's see if Terry Landis sticks to his low lane. That seems to work for him quite well. Let's see if what happens there. Patrick Spangler breaks into the 4th position. He is our last week's winner at the 410 division here in the Gambler Motorsports Topside Tuesdays. But watch out for Jeffrey Kemper here. Man, he's got a lot of middle of the turn speed there. I don't know if he's getting up, up in the marbles here a little bit, kind of being able to push around, get some grip. Randy Shreves having a heck of a lot better time. Ooh, makes a little contact there with Jeffrey Kemper. Shreves go ahead and slides up in front of him, but not quite. Not quite. Shreves having to change up his line here a little bit. Landis is pulling away. 3 to go. Patrick Spangler with the fastest time here so far of a 10:61 out here on the track. Once again, it shows me Patrick Spangler drove the wing off his car. What in the world is going on out here tonight? Patrick Spangler catches a little bit of that right rear tire of Randy Shreves, which has now put Patrick Spangler way into the back. That is going to do it for his night, which is going to put Terry Landis here for our stage win. Terry Landis, Kemper, Shreves, Donovan Ross, and Patrick Spangler. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely good race. Good results here by these guys. All right, and that is going to bring us straight into our next warm-up here. Up here on the tower what these guys' fastest times are. So far we've seen fastest times right now. Dittmer had a fast time, Spangler had a fast time, Grandy had a fast time. So I'm curious to see how many of these guys can hold out and get their way up front. Stella, show me Spangler again. We have moved to a new heat. I cannot reach back that far. So if you guys do tune in to YouTube, oof, somebody got right on that wall back there. If you guys tune in, subscribe to either Coast2Coast Racing Network or here at Simtrax Broadcasting, you guys will be able to catch the replay of all what we got going on here. This is not just a live stream. We go ahead and I even put it up there at SimtraxBroadcasting.com if you check us out there. SimtraxBroadcasting.com, just the way you see it spelled there at the bottom left. You'll be able to find us up online, and man, I've got every race I've broadcasted up there. So if you saw one that you won or one that you favorited, that would be the one. Yeah, Stella out there, bummer. That was a wicked flip. Yes, I agree with you. I would have loved to have seen it as well, but it seems iRacing only sends me a little bit of time to kind of grab a hold of most of this. Talk about a turn of events. Look at that. Devo actually has placed the fastest lap time. Now, we've seen him kind of wrecking here a couple of times, kind of clipping the wall and grinding up the fence there a little bit. So we'll see how he does here during the warm-up. Everybody else getting a good feel out here for the track. Joseph Grandy's looking at, like I said, that wingless... That is amazing. Just goes to show you, when there is no when there's lack of attention, that these guys can end up flipping these cars. And it just, like you said, he just looked away for a half a second and then loses the race. Unfortunate, man. But really, good job there by Joseph Grandy, having a good head on his shoulders, not getting upset about it. You know, here at the Coast to Coast Racing League, that's what these guys do. You know, and it's something to look into. If you guys are looking for other racers that enjoy racing without all the drama, name calling of normal iRacing, you know, people yelling and screaming over the mic, they don't do that here. Come out and join the Cool Ray Coast to Coast Racing League. They have over 16 divisions. They race 7 days a week and are currently broadcasting 12 of those divisions. Members know that they are part of something bigger than just on-the-track experience, and go to c2crl.com, where the cars are virtual and the racing is real. Let's go ahead and get right to it. These guys are lining up here on the beginning. Let's see where we ended up. Joseph Grandy starting in the front with Terry Landis. So this is going to be a good shot here toward the front. I don't know if Landis is going to want that. Seems he did fine there up in the front toward the bottom. Or toward the top line, excuse me. Brandon Dittmer is going to be starting third. Jeffrey Kemper in fourth. Looks like Jason Sams will be fifth. Randy Shreve starting in sixth. So Jeffrey Barker will be back here in the seventh position. Devo back there in eighth. So we saw him with a fast time during the warm-up. Bob DeGood, ninth. Patrick Spangler in 10th. So we'll watch out for that 39 machine. Jamie McCarron, I think, like I said, I think he's missed, he kind of missed lineup here tonight, unfortunately for him. And this will be your starting grid lineup here for tonight. Like I said, the sprint car is brought to you by 2-1 Designs. I don't know about you guys. If you guys want to see some dirt racing, this is it right here. The 410s here on the track. Gonna put some good times down Joseph Grandy. Watch the launch from him here so far. There they go. Away they go. Green flag out from Barty. Oh, no! Grandy again! Brought out our first caution. Is the car in one piece? Oh, yeah, he got it refired. She's back together. Holy cow. Let's go back to look at that one here by by Grandy here. And I wonder if it continued. Here's Barker getting turned around there. Let's take a look here at Grandy. Trying to see if we can find a little better option here. What's going on? Here's Grandy. Kind of getting turned around. This view brought to you by Ace Designs. Yeah, looked like he just got there. I'm wondering if it tacked up too much for him. You do see it's not worn down as much there toward the top. And his car just stuck to it like glue. Joseph Grandy right now down pits. Terry Landis is going to take us to our next restart here. Single file. I think that might be Grandy's night here. Terry Landis is going to take off for us. Bottom line is where he chooses. Stack up there toward the back. Jeffrey Kemper starting to battle back here for the third position. Watch Kemper. Look out. Randy Shreves, man, talk about a lot of luck out of him. Bumps off. Looks like he bumped off Kemper there and kind of almost got turned around. So Randy Shreves, he survives. Interesting to see. You see these guys. Oh boy, what in the world is it with turn 3 and taking the wings off? But once again, that is Patrick Spangler, so maybe it's trying to tell me something. Patrick Spangler's super fast right now. Devo up there in the top 3 right now. He ran the fastest time of the track. First person into the 10-second mark of a 10.99 here. We'll pop that up there on the tower. You definitely see Devo here in the 5, so he may be pulling some fast times, but he's really got to work a lot of gap here to catch up to Terry Landis. Got about 2 seconds to make up here. Terry Landis doing a great job here in the first position. Dittmer second. Donovan Roth third. Right now you are seeing Patrick Spangler making that move here on Randy Shreve. See if he can break farther into the top 5. But Randy Shreve sticking hard to the top line. Keep in mind Patrick Spangler, he won our Wingless Warrior division there. He's giving it a good shot there toward the bottom. And Patrick Spangler won last week. So we'll see if these guys are able to continue or if Patrick Spangler kind of turn his luck around. Patrick Spangler seems to be kind of slowing down here a little bit. I'm wondering if you know, with it being such a small track, he just isn't really able to open up that motor and get that thing kind of turned around there. There he goes. Good move. Kind of Shreves dropped a little off where he wanted to be, and now Patrick Spangler strikes. Gets that out, that turn exit here. Shreves trying to work the bottom line. He is unable to do so, and that is going to put Patrick Spangler right in front of him. So good moves here by the 39. Getting pulled away here. Dittmer would keep an eye there on Landis, but right now Landis, man, he is doing a fantastic job up here in the front. Looks like he's starting to run up on some lap traffic. I believe the lap traffic is Joseph Grandy in the 518. Can't miss that paint job out of him. Take a little ride along here with Terry Landis. Good driving here by Terry Landis, still being able to keep out front and keep the lead, but kind of a bad turn right there allowed Dittmer to pick up almost 2/10 right there. So now Brandon Dittmer really starting to kind of reel him in, hoping that Magna on his front bumper will start doing some work here and kind of, you know, kind of try to pull Terry Landis in the 161. But we'll pop in back to these guys here in just a little bit. I want to take a look here at Spangler and Shreve still trying to duke it out back here in the back. Spangler now to the top 3. Looks like Devo had some problems here. Looks like something's happened to him. And I believe we have a caution. And we do. Guys, give me just a second. I'm actually going to see if I can find what happened to Devo here. Because I see there's a caution, and he's around. Yeah, it looks like he just got a little loose. Hold on just a second here, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Let's take a little look. Devo right dead square in the middle of our screen. See if I can get a little bit closer. Watch what happens. Oh, and this is where we caught him here. Kind of in the infield. Not quite sure what happened there. I think he just got loose and it yanked him the rest of the way around here. I believe that may do it for Devo tonight. So right now, a couple of drivers who are really fast out here on the track starting to kind of get their luck flipped on them. Right now, Terry Landis is not wanting to see Patrick Spangler so close behind him here. But the green flag's back out. He's not going to have a choice. Patrick Spangler right behind him. Taking that high line, see if he can get that corner exit. But boy, he's got some moves there for Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves trying to hang out there toward the inside, trying to take the Terry Landis lane. Oh, man. Yeah, you just see Patrick Spangler so rough with the car. I mean, he really stabs that thing into the turn. And he's telling it where to go, not where it wants to go. So right there, he almost kisses it off the wall coming out of turn 4. Well, out of turn 2, excuse me. And here we go. Patrick Spangler now battling for the lead. Let's go ahead and keep it a little close here. Oh, man. Man, yeah, we're kind of taking a look here. Patrick Spangler's got it, but Landis holding that inside line. I want to see if we can take a peek here from the Ace Drones chopper view here. And you kind of see that exit turn right there. Patrick Spangler's got it. Landis is trying to hold on this inside edge, and I don't think he's got it. Right there on the bottom, out there in the chat, Stellar Stella, yes, inside view makes you see what kind of this kind of racing is truly just controlled chaos. Yes, it is. But right now, the controlled chaos is in Patrick Spangler's hands as he takes control right there. It looks like Jeffrey Kemper may have sent it around here. See if we can rotate back, see what happened with Jeffrey Kemper here. Oh, hit the wall. Oof. Yeah, 181, not too bad. Good thing that's iRacer, otherwise he would have folded up our Steve King Foundation truck. So Jeffrey Kemper got a little bang up there, but looks like he is going to survive. He'll be back out there on the track. So Grandy and Ross are out at this point. That is a bummer for a lot of these drivers. I believe that'll put Barker one lap down. Jeff Barker there in the back. Jeffrey Kemper will be 7th. Bob DeGood, 6th. Brandon Dittmer rotates up to 5th. Jason Sams up to 4th. Randy Shreves up 3 positions. He's hanging out there in 3rd. Terry Landis trying his best to see if he can recapture the lead here. But Patrick Spangler is our new race leader here so far. And that 39 car has moved up 9 positions here in the 410s. And away we go. So he's got 5 laps to hold him off. Terry Landis taking that peak toward the inside. And I believe Terry Landis got turned over. I think 513 Jeff Barker's trying to flip him back on his top. That way he wouldn't have to tow. Oh, man. Terry Landis. Let's rotate real quick back to what happened here. Oh, I caught the tire. No. Wow. That stinks. That may do it for Mr. Landis here tonight. Still showing Terry Landis down there in the pit stall. Like I said, Patrick Spangler right now won last week here in the 410s. This is really going to be disheartening for a lot of drivers. Steven Goldner is the only person who's won in this league other than Patrick Spangler. Patrick Spangler, if he wins here tonight, will be his 4th win. And this will be his 4th in a row. So Patrick Spangler in the 39. If you got money on him right now, it's looking good. Randy Shreves in the 2nd position in rolling around there in 2nd. So he's hopefully seeing if he can kind of try to get his first win here tonight. See if he can beat Spangler's his win streak here. But man, just look at that line. He's got so much control. 2 to go. Oof. Clip it off the wall there just a little bit. Randy Shreves would appreciate that if he'd do that about 3 more times. Randy Shreves does it himself. Clips it off that wall. He's got to watch out for Jason Sams there in the 911 down there toward the bottom. White flag is out. Patrick Spangler has a 1-second gap right now. So the battle right now we're watching is Dittmer down here toward the bottom. See if he can stab it in there. Oh, he does. He beats Jason Sams and tucks in right behind Randy Shreves. What a fantastic race here tonight. What a fantastic race. Patrick Spangler, 4 wins in a row in the 410 division. Right now, this guy is on a hot streak. I mean, right now, points-wise, no one can touch him within at least 50 points. He is widened that gap. And I wouldn't say, Randy Shreves, he doesn't have a chance, or Terry Landis. But right now, Patrick Spangler is on a tear here so far. Great job by him tonight. Let's go ahead and see if we can catch up with some of these guys. And, kind of run them down here. See what we got, what these guys, how they came about. And how in the world, when Terry Landis had this one in the bag, and this is 2 races in a row, we've seen so far that's, Grandy was leading most of the race here. And, he turned off and got bent up. Now we have Terry Landis leading the 410s, and he clips a tire and gets bent up. So, I think just bad placement of some of these drivers and some of these finishes here tonight is just kind of ruining a lot of chances. And you hate to see it, but, regardless, it's going to happen. So let's go ahead and have a chat here with Brandon Dittmer here in the 83 machine. Brandon, great move there at the last lap, bud.
Yeah, thanks. I thought I came up more than I did, but it didn't look like I came up very far. I guess he just tried to cut back under me or something.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to make some moves, man. Definitely, you guys were kind of slicing and dicing there. Really, dude, you started 3rd, you kind of marched back, and then you marched your way back forward. What is the key to winning here at the, kind of getting a top 3 here at the track?
Just try and stay smooth. You just gotta kind of keep your head on your shoulders. Just keep a nice even pace. Like I made a big mistake there. I came to a stop for maybe a quarter of a second, and I threw a caution, sent me to the back. Can't have that, especially if you're trying to win. But luckily, I was able to fight back from it.
All right, fantastic job tonight, bud. We are in the NASCAR division next. I believe you always seem to check out for the asphalt division, so this is, I'm sure, going to wrap it up for your night tonight, correct?
Yeah, more than likely.
All right, Brandon Dittmer, go ahead and give me your shout-outs, bud, and let's go ahead and get you rested up for tomorrow.
You for the broadcast, always love going back watching these things. Coast to Coast Racing League in general, I absolutely love this league. Racing three times a night, or 3 times a week. I mean, Training Wheels Racing, Ross Carena for the design, the Velocity Race designs. Does a great job. I think that's all I got.
All right, man. Fantastic job tonight, Brandon Dittmer. Top 3, man. Can't be, I'm sure you can be happier with a win, but, man, hey, podium position's always good.
Yeah, I'll take him, that's for sure.
All right, great job tonight, man. I'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
All right, everybody. That's Brandon Dittmer there in the 83. Holy cow. I want to talk to Randy Shreves. I don't like talking to Brandon Dittmer. I want to talk to Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves here in the 56, up 4 positions from where he started, and nails a second place finish here tonight. Dude, what a wild race this was here toward the end.
Yeah, it was definitely a wild one for sure. I don't know how I even managed to get a podium tonight. My car was totally broke, and I don't know, it just felt really weird trying to drive it, and it was definitely really hard driving it. I don't know, somebody had spun out, and my right rear, I think, clipped it and broke something there. And yeah, I just managed to hang on to her and give her all she had.
All right, man. You're getting pretty good at this. Right now, I'm seeing you in the wingless 360s last week. You placed 3rd. The 410s last week, you were 5th here. Tonight, you get a second place finish. You're 2nd in points. But man, you got Patrick Spangler you're trying to chase down. How confident are you feeling about getting this guy who's on really a hot streak here?
Really, you can never be too confident when you're going up against Patrick. Patrick's really fast at everything he drives. But you know, all I could do is give it my best and hope for something good.
All right, Randy Shreves, great job tonight, man. I always like your shout-outs. Go ahead and give them to me, man, and let's get you on the road.
I definitely want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, Alex Bergeron at ABR Setup Shop, Coulter West at Redline Race Design, One Wish Foundation Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair, CD Cinematography, everybody at Coast to Coast for putting on this awesome league, and you guys at Simtrax Broadcasting, and everybody for watching.
All right, man, appreciate it. Hey, if you subscribe to my channel, you better have.
Right on, I'll do that.
All right, man, dude, go ahead and hit that bell. I'm close to 100, man. I want to see your name on there. Randy Shreves in the 56. Great job tonight, bud. I'll see you next week.
Sure, have a good one.
Everybody, Randy Shreves, and man, really once again, I don't. Patrick Spangler here has really, he's really done it right now. These 410s. I don't think there's anything you can't do in the 410s here so far. This 39 machine is super fast. What's the key to being fast here?
Here I was trying to start in the back because I have a big 410 race coming up here. And I was just trying to learn how to pass better here. And I couldn't make it work at all in the heat race. So feature came along and the bottom came in at the end, but the guys were just moving off the top, and the top's just super fast if you can keep it out of the wall. Just feathering the throttle, trying to get some traction and keep it out of the wall. That's the main part.
All right, man. You were a little afraid that the eyeballs are going to be on you here pretty soon. This will be your 4th win here in a row. And now you're even on a win streak in the wingless division.
Yeah, the Wing 410, if we, there's only like 10 guys coming up. But I know there's, on Monday nights, we have over 40, 50 guys competing. So if we can get some more guys out here, I think it'll make it funner. But we're having good racing still out here, and it's fun. Just get some laps in the 410s, get more seat time behind there, and just hone the craft.
All right, man. Fantastic job tonight. Really, I'm trying to figure out what can trip you up at this point and, get you off your groove here. And right now, I'm not seeing it. Next Tuesday for the 410s, we're at I-55. I'm assuming your confidence level is just saying that's just another track.
Yeah, but I have been known to overdrive it and put her out of the park there because that wall is pretty treacherous. So we'll see. As long as I can stay calm and just stay relaxed. That's what the main key here. Just don't overdrive the car, and positions will come if you just keep consistent.
All right, man. Well, go ahead and give me your shout-outs. I believe I've already done this once already tonight, but let's go ahead and hear them again.
Yeah, Simtrax Broadcasting for putting on the broadcast, and you. Roger Craig for putting on the league. Bob Be Good for running the adminning here tonight. Training Wheels Racing and Brandon Dittmer, teammate, getting third place there as well. And Dad and Uncle back on watching.
All right, man. Patrick Spangler, once again, another race win for you, man. Fantastic job tonight. We'll see what you got for us next week.
Sounds good. Talk to you next week.
All right. And Patrick Spangler in the 39. Man, that guy is just some kind of fast. I want to make sure we give a good shout out here to Victory Lane sponsors. Cool Ray Heating and Air Conditioning, Victory Lane. Cool Ray goal is to make sure that Ray's tradition of 100% customer satisfaction lives on today. Cool Rays are proud of their reputation of providing excellent service to homeowners and business in Georgia. Their mission is to continue to build long-lasting relationships with their customers through their winning spirit and commitment to 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So, guys, check out Cool Ray Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. These guys do it all. All our replays tonight have been brought to you by Malcolm Mill Writing Replays, based in Oakland, Ontario, Canada. Malcolm's Mill Writing is a full-service mill writing contractor featuring custom welding, fabricating, and servicing industrial clients. Visit them at mmmmillwriting.com or on Facebook. Definitely something to check out. Guys, we've seen Patrick Spangler owning every single facet here of tonight. This guy's got it. He knows what to do. He can make it happen. I don't know what is going to slow down Patrick Spangler at this point. This guy out here on the dirt is something else. But what we got coming up here next is going to be completely different. We end up landing on the asphalt now. We're pulling out of the dirt. This is Topside Tuesday, and we're going to go right to the Tim Chapman Racing Atlanta Series, NASCAR Series at Atlanta. Boy, I got that one mixed up. So, guys, don't tune away. I know you guys who go ahead and subscribe to me at Simtrax Broadcasting and everything else for the subscription and everything else. We are asphalt. I'm getting in the dirt a little bit thanks to Roger Craig and Roger Craig Racing and the Coast2Coast Racing League allowing me to join them here for the Gambler Motorsports Topside Tuesdays. It's going to be a fantastic race coming up next, guys. Join in. Don't forget, I will be there after a short commercial break. I know race, I believe, starts about 8:45, so we're actually going to be a little bit early for this one. So hopefully we'll be able to see some of these guys practicing around out there, and then we'll be right back.
This October, some of iRacing's best dirt racers come together for one of the biggest A-days ever. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte and the Dirt Track Bank World Finals, presented by the Dirt Alliance. Fixed 360s, Pro Late models, and small block modifieds collide for 7 action-packed nights in a pursuit of a guaranteed purse of $1,500. 3 champions and an overall world champion will be crowned. Register now for this great event. Go to c2crl.com for more information. The World Finals run from October 21st to the 27th. 100% of registration goes to Mission 22 in their fight to end veteran suicide. A joint effort between the Coast2Coast Racing League, Friday Night Lights, and Dirt Track Bank, a division of Malvern Bank. Don't miss it.
leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
The 50th Napa Super Dirt Week, October 3rd through the 9th. Racing, music, camping, and more. It's the 50th running of racing's biggest party, October 3rd through the 9th at Oswego Speedway. Don't miss the superstars of dirt car racing go wheel to wheel. Then stay for the live music and entertainment. Get your tickets now at superdirtweek.com or call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there.
All right, everybody, we are back. I know you guys are seeing those radio lines there just a little bit. We are actually way ahead of schedule, trying to go ahead and run these guys down. We'll actually be about about 15 minutes early compared to their qualifying time. We're trying to get caught up with some of the drivers out there. So far, I see, I believe, over 28 drivers kind of squared away here a little bit. I'll bring it up for you guys on the screen here in just a little bit as soon as I know 100% where we are and what exactly we're doing here. Kind of get this one kind of squared up for you guys. I know some of these guys try to elude and try to get out of the way. I can't really run them down 100% all the time, every time, but we're gonna give our best shot here tonight. We'll make sure, like I said, with everybody being so early, everybody's gonna be kind of trickling in here just a little bit, getting kind of, I guess, getting settled down here a little bit. We did see a heck of a race there last week. If you guys remember there at all, some of what we saw up for that one. Let's take a little peek there. I believe we are looking at the 07. If I'm not mistaken, that should be Preston Cranmer out there in the 07. So hopefully he is able to kind of stay out there and stay fast. A lot of Chevrolets out there tonight. Toyotas seem to be the winners of last week. Kind of give you guys just a little peek of them practicing here tonight. Normally we are just squeaking in right before their qualifying time, but right now we'll have plenty of time to kind of see them get around the track here. Yes, out there in the chat, looks like Kynan Jones out there. Nice to see you out here, bud. Ahead of schedule is nice. Yes, it is. Normally, we do run a little bit behind here just because of some few crashes here and there, but these guys have really started to clean up their act. I believe, if you guys remember last time, I believe we were in Charlotte last week, and that was almost 20 solid laps of green flag racing. Compared to the ones before, they guys were getting bent up a little bit and kind of smashed to pieces, but man, fantastic job by a lot of these drivers out here. Actually, kind of calming down a little bit, and that's the whole thing is I think kind of setting yourself between dirt and asphalt. You've got a little bit of time here on the asphalt. I mean, you don't have an eternity, but you do have time. And being able to push your way back forward and kind of, I guess, recenter yourself. Dirt, I'm in a quarter of a mile. Oof. Was shot there by Preston Cranmer. I'll have to fix that body damage. By some of these drivers out here, just kind of slowing it down a little bit. On dirt, they're in a quarter of a mile at 80 and 90 miles an hour, so 30 laps go by in a blink of an eye. Here we're at a mile and a half at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and now we're going to take it and, stretch it out over 50 laps here tonight. And I think it's one of the things is just these guys just being able to figure out how to kind of turn it off here, and switch to a different gear. Is boy, we're looking at Donovan Ross here. Getting a good little push there by Jason Sams in the 911. Right now, Jason Sams in the 911. So far, like I said, this is only practice. Right now, Sams is the fastest here in practice. Oof. Good hold there by Devo. Yeah, right now I am seeing about 28 drivers registered here. These guys are going to be able to get back out there onto the track. Pomerleau, he's kind of sat out most of the night. Good to see him show up here for an asphalt race in the 397. So last week's winner, Bob Light, he'll be out here tonight as well. So last week ended up being Bob Light, Brandon Ishkanyon, Jeffrey Kemper, Neil Strausser, and Terry Landis. So those will be your top 5. Roger Craig, the man, the myth, the legend in the 747. He ended up nailing a 6th position. Zach Chapman came 7th. Robert Lynch came 8th. Tim Chapman came 9th. And Jerry Tate came 10th. So a lot of different drivers out there kind of switching it up out there on the track. I'll take a peek at our standings here. Right now our pickup cup is showing Dan McLaren with 2 wins on the year so far. Yeah, we'll have to see if Dan McLaren is here in the 88 machine. I think he's kind of sitting in pit right now. So not really moving at this point. We'll have to see if we can catch back up with him. Yeah, out there in the chat, Stellar Stella, yes, nice save by Devo. Robert Lynch kind of figured, I forgot where his brake pedal was there. I can't believe we caught that. Oh, man. Robert Lynch there in the 121, so we'll be able to get a little more check out from him. See how some of these drivers are getting around the track here. All right, so back to the points. Dan McLaren is leading here in points with 397. Timothy Chapman in second, with 359. Bob Light with his win brings him to 344 in third. Neil Strausser fourth, and Richard Holland will be fifth. Jeremy Tate is in sixth. Jason Sam seventh. Andrew Smith eighth. Robert Lynch staying solid right now, staying in the top 10 for ninth, and Jeffrey Kemper into the 10th position. Well, and keep in mind, all these guys have had 4 starts. Brandon Ishcanyon, I want to make sure we have a little shout out for him. We've seen a lot of him, especially rolling up front there in the 19 Toyota here we're taking a peek at. You know, he's been pretty fast. He picked up 18 positions in the point standings from his last finish there with a second place finish. So great job by him, only participating in 2 races and one of them at least a top 3. So good moves by this 19 machine of Brandon Ishcanyon here. Right now showing about 8th in the 8th position here in practice. I'll make sure we thank everybody out there at this point. I just took a little peek at YouTube. I have now hit 100 subscribers. I appreciate it. Thank you guys out there for subscribing to my page. And, you know, to come kind of listen to me talk about racing. That's what I would kind of say. Is, you know, really giving you guys really the best in iRacing right here. And I want to thank all my subscribers, all the fans, all you guys out there liking. And thank my wife out there. She helps me with a lot of the shorts and everything else that we do out there. That you guys can see. I know we have one of Preston Cranmer sending that one to the moon there at Daytona. So, yeah, these guys definitely put on a great show out here. So far. So let's take a little look here at our race info, what we got going on with Atlanta here tonight. Like I said, a 1.5 mile track here tonight. We got 50 laps to get it done here with the trucks. 86 degree air temperature. Look at that track temperature. 119. You couldn't ask for better. I know some of you guys kind of wonder about track temperature. Right now, this is perfect for tires. It will cause them to wear a little bit faster, but you're not going to see these guys really slipping and sliding and you know, greasing up the track, as they would say. You know, the car gets so loose, it's uncontrollable. But then, you know, it's going to be fantastic. Low humidity. This is going to be. This is actually perfect racing weather here at Atlanta. Slight cool wind there of 8 miles an hour. This is going to be a fantastic race here at Atlanta. I'm super excited to be bringing this to you guys. Haha, Stella. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. Smart man to thank the wife. Of course I do. I know better. I know better. She does a lot of the behind the scenes from what you guys see. Being able to get that squared away. What in the world? Get that 410 off there. Give me the NASCAR. There we go. Looking good. NASCAR Pickup Cup. See if we can find anybody else out here on the track right now. I believe everybody else is kind of woo-sign at this point. I think everybody might be down pit road at this point. Boy, that's a cool look right there. Kind of being able to see all our trucks out here on the... That's a cool look. See a couple of these guys. And I think what they're doing... in other leagues, I've heard... This is what they would call a pit party. Everybody joins in the pit. And then once you're in pit, now they're going to kind of... They're going to simulate a race here. So we're going to kind of see what this feels like. If you're out there driving by yourself and you're kind of putting around and you're kind of getting a good feel for the truck, it's different when somebody's next to you. It's different when somebody's in front of you. It's different when somebody's behind you. So now seeing these guys, you know, having to line up and kind of take a different approach here, you know, you're going to end up finding out, oh man, my truck handles a lot looser than I thought, or, you know, man, this thing really tightens up trying to pull out of 4, and I think a lot of these guys are about to realize that here pretty soon is really you got to, you know, you're going to see them kind of pull out of 4, and the car is going to turn stiff as a board and try to slide straight up the track. And the key is not taking out the guy. If there's somebody on the outside of you who's already puckering, not hitting the wall, you know, really what these guys are going to do. But check this out. Look at these guys lining up. Man, that looks awesome. Yeah, we'll kind of give you guys here a little peek of what all this looks like here from the tower. Like I said, guys, we are kind of just watching it. This is not the race. These guys just kind of practicing, getting a good feel for what everybody's doing here. Somebody will call out over the race control radio, you know, kind of 1, 2, 3, everybody go, and you're kind of seeing that right here. Looks like the outside line's ready to go. All right, and everybody's just getting going here. So we'll kind of just, oh boy, look out. Who in the world is that? Looks like Joseph Canellis there, getting a little loose. Oh, man. Oh, they're already wrecking. Oh, boy. Well, if there's anything to take away from this, one, maybe the startup car was not the one they wanted. So now everybody gets to go to the backup car. And two, like I said, you saw what happened. Everybody got out of 4. That thing got stiff as a board, and now it's, oh, no. Now all of a sudden the draft, what am I going to do? So that is a prime example right there of what just happened. Is you know, it just kind of undid half the track here. So these guys may have to reset. They may try it again. This is going to be a fancy week here tonight. Don't forget to tune in even tomorrow for the Cool Ray Hometown Heroes. Those guys will be starting, from what I am seeing here, for the Salty Dogs Racing team. Going to be starting about 7:45. Will probably be beginning of qualifying. For that one, for the fixed 360s, then they'll be going to the 358s with the big block modifieds, and then they'll be going to the Mission 22 Coast to Coast. That's only 360 at Fairbury tomorrow on Wednesday. If you guys tune back in to me next Tuesday, wingless 360s at Eldora. Then we'll have the 21 Designs fixed 410s at I-55. And then we'll have the Tim Chapman Racing, which you guys see here tonight instead of Atlanta, will be at Richmond. So you see they're kind of just taking these tracks and getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So we originally started at Daytona, about 2.5 miles. Then we went to Talladega. Stay over 2.5 miles, you know, that was a good race. Then we ended up in Michigan. So Michigan, that was another nice big track. Well, now we're kind of starting to shrink it down a little bit here. Now we go into Charlotte. That was solid 20 laps at a smaller track. So, man, you're starting to feel, everybody's starting to feel real good about this. They're, you know, kind of get their hopes up, everything feeling real solid here. And next we're going to be at Richmond. So that is going to be, I believe, a 1-mile track. And that is going to be definitely a toss-up for those guys. I believe they are taking off the following night after that to begin Soup Night. And Soup Night will be the 360s E-Main, the Pro Late Model E-Main. And that's going to be definitely a tough one. That is going to be from beginning to end, all the way from 7 to after 9 o'clock. That is going to be a pile drive for these guys. And really, it's kind of, it will be at Charlotte, and it's going to be kind of a mashup for the E-Mains, the D-Main, and the C. And all this is kind of smashing everything together for the World Finals that are going to be happening, actually, I believe, on Thursday. It's going to be the Dirt Track Bank. I know there is some money up for grabs, guys. Go to c2crl.com. You'll be able to sign up there if you are a big dirt racer. That is not one to miss. So these things don't come around often, but this is your chance to get a hold of it and make it happen. But we have 50 laps here at Atlanta. A lot of these guys are hoping for some good racing out here tonight. So, and no fear of what you see, everybody kind of sliding into pit here. Actually, this is trying to practice for pit. This is trying to practice for, well, Isaac Salas didn't do it. Is trying to practice getting into pit lane and, you know, lining up for your box because they are going to need to make a pit stop tonight. So let's go ahead and we're going to cut to commercial real quick and we'll be right back for our qualifying. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let's go and get this one underway. We're looking at Joseph Canellis here in the one Chevrolet, looking to put down some time. Just a little reminder, guys. We are here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is a tough G-force applying track, 1.5 miles. Qualifying laps here are hit around 194 miles an hour with 24-degree banking in this quad oval design. So this track definitely brings a lot of speed. With over 125,000 seats located 20 miles south of Atlanta, Fireball Roberts, who won and took the pole back in 1960, these guys were back on blankets and everything else, so they never saw stands or anything like this track before, especially since it has been upgraded to the super speedway style. Let's go ahead and have a little chat about what these guys are looking at tonight. 3 faster pairs, 50% fuel, unlimited tires. Well, I want to keep in mind that the incident limit here is at 24. So if we ended up getting a lot of banged ups, a lot of mashed up cars, that is definitely what we're going to see. Is just some of these guys may be getting DQ'd. So clean driving is in effect. I do want to keep in mind we have a lot of drivers out here who got penalties for the last couple of races, unfortunately. Jacob Butcher in the 85 will not be able to qualify. Let's go ahead with a couple other ones. Dale White, Gary Sigelkow, Preston Cranmer, Neil Strausser, Dan McLaren, and Andrew Smith all have EOLs. Mike Cranmer in the 70. He will be out for, unfortunately, a 1-week suspension, so he will be back next week. Hopefully be able to change at Richmond, get his mind clear, and try again. Best racers out there, you see Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, they all get a little wound up every once in a while, guys wrecking or putting somebody into it, turning people around. So it's, we want to have good, clean racing out here, especially at the Coast to Coast Racing League. But we can't be, intentionally wrecking or calling people, names or anything like that. But I believe I've got 29 drivers lined up for this one tonight. Some of them, like I said, cannot qualify at this point. So we'll see if any of them are able to kind of return or kind of bounce back. And really that's what you hate to see, is these guys just kind of getting undone. See Roger Craig giving it one more shot and down pit road here. See if we got anybody else out here on the track. I think I see Olsen out there, Roland Olsen. Sorry about that, bud. 48 Chevrolet. Right now he's sitting in the 17th position. He's got a lot of work to do this last final lap here. Yeah, not seeing anything there. I do see a solid time out of him so far. I don't know if that is going to do it for him tonight. Might just be taking a few extra laps around here. So a big gap of what kind of different cars we have out here tonight. You just see not a single Ford until we get way back to the 16th position. Right now, Chevys are conquering the top 10 at this point. Yeah, definitely something to see that, Chevrolets are the car of choice here tonight. Last week we saw Toyotas were top 3 for the entire race. And that is going to do it for qualifying. So let's go ahead and get our grid here. As soon as these guys are ready, locked and loaded. Looking good out there on the track. Let's go ahead and see who we got. Bob Light is going to take the pole here tonight. Robert Lynch on the outside. As soon as he gets gridded up in that 121. I know he's running that Simtrax logo on the right rear of his car. I appreciate that. Love it out of you, bud. Out of that 121 Chevrolet. Let's go ahead. Doyle Lawrence in 3rd. Tim Chapman 4th. Isaac Salas, hopefully looking to turn it around from the Michigan run he had in the 05 car. Jeffrey Kemper 6th. Roger Craig, the man, the myth, the legend, 747 Chevrolet, starting 7th. Boy, 7 seemed to be his lucky number here tonight. Zach Chapman 8th. Joseph Canellis 9th. Christopher Berger in 10th. So, good moves. Another Toyota up here in the front. Terry Landis in 11th. John Rayner. Nickname, I see it. John Rayner is JR, not Junior. Gotcha, bud. I know we had a little chat about that last week. All right. Dean Meitzler in 13th. Brandon Ishcanyon, 14th. Jeremy Tate, Jeff Hallworth, 15th and 16th. Roland Olsen. Man, that is not Ronald. Man, what in the world am I doing here? That just doesn't seem to roll off the tongue there. Roland Olsen. There in the 48 Chevrolet. Devo in the 18th position. Bill Calder in 19th. Jason Sams in 20th. Pat Boyce. 21st, Steven Bixler. There in the 22nd position, Joe Halter, 23rd. Dan McLaren, 24th. And like I said, now with the penalties dished out, you're going to see some of these unfortunate souls here in the back. Pomerleau, 25th. Andrew Smith toward the back as well. We got Jacob Butcher, 27th. Neil Strausser, 28th. And Preston Cranmer is going to be bringing up the back of this stack up here. That's going to do it for us out here on the track. Not a whole lot of time here for warming up out of these cars. I know these guys are definitely interested to get this one going here. See a little drive-by here of going through 3 and 4. These These guys are going to get it done. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. Hit it, hit it, hit it. You want to see where we are, don't forget, simtracksbroadcasting.com is where you can find me. Don't forget to visit c2crl.com. You like the NASCAR racing and trucks? They want to see you. You want dirt racing? They want to see you, especially for the Super Bowl coming up. So right now, Bob Light, Robert Lynch here in the front, taking it. Toyota and Chevrolet making it happen. So we'll see how clean this racing can be here so far. Looks like a little nudge there back there where in the Isaac Salas area. These guys are kind of keeping it all together. Good job by a lot of these drivers. Nice and clean, nice and clean. Turn 4 is going to be the make or break point. These guys are just now getting up to speed here. Right now I'm seeing speeds of over 170 miles an hour at this point, and the tires haven't even gotten warm yet. So Bob Light is going to go ahead and take us to his first lead lap here tonight. Doyle Lawrence there in second. So he's making his move. Robert Lynch has dialed back one position to get the favorable low line. And see if they can chug their way toward the front. Remember, tires is not an issue here. Unlimited amount of tires, and we have 3 faster pairs. So I know they've taken it from 2 to 3. A lot of good drivers get knocked out just by a good pile up there. Hopefully that does not happen tonight. Isaac Salas, man on the move right now, showing that outside line can still function. There with the 8 car on the outside. I believe that 8 car may, if I'm not mistaken, be Jeffrey Kemper in the Toyota. It's kind of a little mixed up here a little bit, especially up there in the ticker. Oh boy. That's a weird move there toward the back of the field here. That 1 car, Joseph Canellis, he's got to be careful. You hit that apron, it's going to get mixed up. I'm sure Terry Landis here in the 61 is not wanting to see that kind of move. So nice and calm, because that 1 car is moving around a bunch here. Not quite sure if that car is starting to loosen up on him. Yeah, good driving out of all these drivers here so far. I want to make sure we rotate back up front. Salas took a peek up there in the lead. He had the lead there for about half a second, but he's going to go ahead and kind of survive here on the outside. Just hold on a little bit. Seems to be he's holding them down in this kind of in that D shape on the front stretch there. He's kind of holding Bob Light toward the bottom and seemed to work it out so far. As long as Jeffrey Kemper can stay behind Isaac Salas can survive and actually push his way toward the front here. Being able to make some good moves. Isaac Salas, there he goes again. Took a peek, was able to get it, but can the 8 car get closer? 8 car's got to be careful of Jeffrey Kemper here in the Toyota. Salas, led lap. All right. So now here we go. Salas has got to be careful. Saw him get loose there. A couple guys dropping it off onto the apron. So you're starting to see these cars starting to loosen up a little bit. So the tire temperature has come around. It'll tack up. It'll get sticky. They can race hard, but they've got to be careful of how well or how hard they push it right off the bat here. Drive by a lot of these drivers here so far. Might take a little ride here with Robert Lynch. You kind of see how he's kind of backing it up here a little bit, making sure he keeps that air temperature nice and cool coming into the engine compartment here. But man, he's got a lot of work in front of him here. Robert Jr. has dropped back down to the 6th position. Let's take a little ride along with him here. Yeah, and you kind of see how that outside line, they kind of got a lot more room to move. That inside line's got to be very careful of the way where they're going here. You see the 8 trying to get a little bit of that door draft. We'll have to watch out. See if Jeffrey Kemper can kind of hold his line here. Because Isaac Salas definitely, feels like that 8 car isn't giving him enough of a push. Because now we're starting to separate a little bit behind him. Brandon Ishkanyon, he's still hanging out there on the inside line behind Tim Chapman. So right now, I believe that is Christopher Berger there in the 2 car. So 2 has got to snug up here on the 8 car and get him around. Yeah, I might I'm not 100%. I want to take a peek at that. If I'm looking close enough, that may be the 181 of Jeffrey Kemper, and that just 8 just looks kind of pointy. Yeah, that may be a 181. He's just he ain't got that outline good enough that I can see it. So, all right. Boy, it looks like somebody got a little loose there toward the top. Oh, and we got somebody around. Looks like, oh, boy. Yeah, looks like Robert Lynch may have bent. Yep, he is smoked. He is smoked right now. All right, we are going to have to roll that back and see exactly what happened here to kind of get Robert Lynch undone. Hate to see it happen, but we got to, you know, we had a couple good laps there, and I don't know if something kind of got mixed up here. 68 and Neil Strausser was toward the top and brought it to a 3-ride situation. I want to take a look here at that 121. It says from that Ace Designs 3D. 68. Oh, Kemper comes down. Oh, net code. That was net code. That's all that was right there. That was disgusting. Definitely something they're trying to fix every time. And unfortunately, Robert Lynch just can't. I mean, you can't blame him here. He's trying his best to get out of the way. Let's get another shot of that. Kind of from a different angle here. Let's see if I can roll that back. And this is a perfect view right here. Watch. Right there. 181 stops, and now all of a sudden you see Robert Lynch's truck just kind of loosen up. I feel bad for the 37 of Tim Chapman here. He's just got nowhere to go. That 121 kind of chasing him here. Oh, 37 does a wheelie. And then that's all she wrote. And good job by everybody else not getting tangled up in that one as well. You know, continuing to wreck down the track. These guys did survive. Good job by a lot of these drivers out there. Yeah, great job. Great job. Great job by a lot of these drivers. So, fortunately, there is a faster pair out there. Robert Lynch will be able to kind of square that truck away. Kruns has another chance here. Unfortunately, he is going to be starting in the back of the field. Hate to see it. Bob Light, Isaac Sal still up here, 1 and 2. Lawrence, Kemper, and Berger, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These guys are going to get double wide here just in a little bit. Robert Lynch, man, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. You know he's not happy about it. So let's see if I can see if we can have a chat here with Robert Lynch here. Let me see if I can find him where he wishes to hide here tonight. All right. Looks like Robert Lynch is not in the Discord tonight, so I will not be able to talk to him at this point. Double stack of cars here. Yeah, I'm wondering if we're gonna see, you know, Bob Light take away another win here tonight. He's been super fast up here in the front. You know, in that 77, you just kind of see he's got a, you know, he's collected. He's doing a great job. He's moving his way forward. But you know, we'll have to see if he can kind of get this collected up and back on track. Appreciate you guys joining us here at SimTrax Broadcasting Coast to Coast. Bob Light and Isaac Sal's taking us away here at the start. Bob Light definitely got a good jump there. He was able to get his way around, get that favorable lane. Once again, Isaac Salas kind of hanging out there toward the outside. Oh, no. Oh, don't go back up the track. Saw the 72 and the 37 there. It looked like the two Chapmans got collected up. That is going to bring out another caution here. 15 laps into this one. And you kind of see them hammering each other even during the caution. That's the last thing you want is unwanted damage there. You know, you don't want to kind of see it kind of undo itself right here at the beginning. So I think this one actually starts here with the 72 of Zach Chapman here. And the 181 of Kemper. Yeah, I just don't... I want to see if we can... See if that chopper's up there. Another iRacing incident. They never touched. They never touched. And here they are folding it up again. So we'll kind of watch kind of the carnage as it goes here. Yeah, kind of folding back up the track, just kind of domino effect. Holy cow, who made it through that? Somebody made it through that. I got to find out who that was, and we got to take a ride along with him. I think I found him. Sorry a bit for the silence there, ladies and gentlemen. We're kind of trying to reel this guy in. Kind of hard to find some of them. Not very familiar with some of their paint schemes. But let's take a ride. Pat Boyce is the one I found out who did it. Watch this. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Pat Boyce, with an excellent move, slides his way up into the 7th position at this point. Is what it's showing me here. Great job. Great move by him. Getting his way up to the front. Good heads-up driving. And you kind of saw some people have checked up. It is very dangerous to see what Boyce did there, kind of, flying through the pile like that. You can get in a lot of trouble, get caught up. But, he was able to really, he had plenty of room. It's the people, I guess, that fire through there, 70, 80 miles an hour faster. And it just ends up causing more of a problem. Great move there by Boyce. Fantastic driving. Was able to get out of the way, especially when the car came back up the track and kind of undone everything. I want to give a little shout out here, actually, for Alex Pomerleau in the 397. Top 5 right now. Up 20 positions. 20 positions. So he is a man on a tear right now, doing a great job out here on the track. But once again, Bob Light going to take us to another start. Gotta wait for that green flag to get going, and Barney's got her waving, and here we go. Yet away, back forward. So, hopefully cautions do not breed cautions. These guys are able to calm down here just a little bit. I don't like seeing Joseph Canellis kind of riding up the track there a little bit, making everybody a little nervous. Especially the 88 of Dan McLaren, a multiple winner here in this series. He's still charging his way forward, up 16 positions, looking for that 17th position. So, up 17 positions, going for 7th. but he's going to be kind of jacked here by Alex Pomerleau. So his advancement will come to a seizing halt. Not one to see that. Ooh, easy there, Pat Boyce. I was talking good about you. Don't you get loose on me. Robert Lynch, after that last wreck, look at him. Up here in ninth. Fantastic job by the 121 here. Unfortunately, it looks like we are back under caution. I think who in the world? Is that Meitzler? I believe that's Dean Meitzler there in the 49 machine. That's going to bring out our third caution tonight, unfortunately. Kind of see what happened here. Oh boy. All right, we're going this one full speed. Let's look at Meitzler here in the 49. Whoa. Yeah, I think the 325 of Calder caught the wall. And that unfortunately did it for him. You saw he was kind of trying to avoid it here. But didn't really have an opportunity to change his way here. Let's take a ride along passenger seat. Let's ride shotgun and see what happens. Oh. Trying to get a let go of that wheel. Man, he's got a grip on it now. So after that is unfortunately, I believe, going to put Meitzler down a lap here. He did have to tow. It looked like it was broken. You didn't hear the engine running or anything. So may have broken that. He will have a quick repair. So at least when it finishes towing, fix his car, get him back onto the track, and get it going here. Bob Light still leading this race here. He's got to be feeling pretty confident. We are coming up to about that halfway point. I think he's led most of the laps. I would say all, but I think Isaac Salas was able to squeak out a lead lap there and get his way toward the front. You know, a lot of moving parts here. You know, a lot of drivers getting up to the front. Dan McLaren has broken into the 6th position. Jason Sams has come up 16 positions into the 4th. You know, McLaren's come up 18. Pat Boyce up 13 positions. You know, into the 8th position. I mean, these guys are on a move. They're really not taking any time. They're really moving their way up front. Ish Canyon, he's moving up front 5 positions. Andrew Smith, he's up 16 positions. You know, out of the top 10, the only one who's down any kind of positions here is Robert Lynch, down 5 positions. But that was just after that unfortunate tangle up we saw before, and it was, you know, he got caught up in that, and now he's able to kind of get this collected and squared away back on the track. As the 121 here, looking good. I like the way he's sporting that. Sure, you always appreciate somebody who's looking to put my logo on his car there. Looking good. Also, Robert Lynch is one of the admins out there for the Graceland Shootout Series. If you guys are interested in racing super late models, check them out on Facebook, the Graceland Shootout Series. Also has the famous Billy Stanley in there. So they're always looking for more drivers out there. It is a shootout series, so like I said, most of them about 25 laps, if not 50. So Robert Lynch will be able to get a hold of you if you contact him. And the stack up begins. So we are about to go 2 wide. Pace car lights will come off. Bob Light, Isaac Salas, Christopher Berger, Jason Sams, Joseph Canellis. Starting to get a little loose out there, but he is surviving. He's got a bit of damage. Dan McLaren here in the 88. Robert Lynch, Pat Boyce in the 8th position. Brandon Ish Canyon 9th, and Andrew Smith 10th. And I believe they're taking this single wide for a restart. So now Isaac Salas not appreciating that part. I know everybody'd like to go too wide, especially when you let the outside line work with you. So Isaac Salas now going to have to kind of dial it back and watch these guys. Easy on that apron, guys. Easy on the apron. So Isaac Salas, once again, looking for that outside line. He got in that aerodynamic bubble, but does he have anybody help him? Two's thinking about it, but does Two know that the 911 of Jason Sams is on the outside? We'll have to see. Hopefully the spotter got paid this week, so he will tell him. Isaac Salas squeaks out. Still trying to see if he can get up there toward the front. That outside line will start working once those tires kind of start settling in. But like I said, with this banking here, this is definitely going to be very favorable for that high side, that you'll be able to still stay contained. The track will actually hold you in. But when the banking goes away and kind of gives up on you, when we are moving our way up toward the front, back here, turn 4, that thing, like I said, it gets, oh man, tighter than the banjo string. So these guys got to be super, super careful as Isaac Salas loses his pusher there in the back. That is going to absolutely hurt Isaac Salas here. He's now going to fall back. The 911 Jason Sams kind of left him hanging here. Looks like everybody kind of taking it real nice and easy. I want to know some of these other guys out here. Where's Preston Cranmer? Preston Cranmer, there he is, back here, up 11 positions into the 18th. Still trying to fight his way up there. Alex Pomerleau, you see him back there in the 19th. Keep in mind, Pomerleau, pit back here on lap 20, along with Preston Cranmer. So a lot of these guys haven't pit yet. Don't know if something happened to Boyce here. So we can rotate our way back up front here a little bit. Yeah, the 3-car Doyle. Oh boy. Oh boy, hold on. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Landis. That's going to bring out our 4th caution here tonight. Man, we started getting some good laps down there. I think something just, something happened. I'm glad we saw that one, but boy, Terry Landis is going to have to use that fast repair. That engine's smoking something fierce. Not looking good out of his car. Yeah, you see the RPMs jerking around. He's got a big, big time problem. Big time problem. So let's go ahead and see if we can wind it back here and take a look at what happened to Terry Landis. Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't seen any of Terry Landis in the dirt track here tonight. But hopefully, I was hoping his luck or he'd be able to put something out for us here tonight. It looks like Landis here on the outside in the lime green car. Oh. That was a nasty shot. Landis kind of just trying to keep it on the wall. What? Oh, man. There's one thing right now. Anybody out there who's an iRacing fan, time to turn in a few things to into Dale Jr. in the iRacing community. What in the world is happening here at Atlanta? We got cars flying all over the place. We got cars wrecking. So it looks like John Rayner. We saw that from that last angle. John Rayner here in the 302 looks like he might have gotten into him. Kemper here in the 181 again, but I want to kind of take another angle at this if these guys are doing it again. See? So yeah. I don't understand this. Really, this is a veteran move here by Landis. I've messed up, I've hit the wall, and he's turning right to stay into the wall. Right here is what gets me. I don't understand this. I don't know why it would do that unless he hit some weird seam in the wall, which is kind of crummy out of this. So let's take a look here. Damage on the left front. Yeah, see, hold into the wall. Boom. Did he hit the orange thing on the wall? Yeah, just don't know. Just don't know. Man, I hate to see that for Terry Landis. But always, faster pairs, he shall survive. So Terry Landis back here in the 23rd position. Definitely going to be ugly for him now. I believe he's now going to be a lap down. Some of these guys may want to start consider pitting, and they are. Dan McLaren last pit, Bob Light pit, Salas pit on lap 28. So these guys have noticed I've made it over halfway. They shouldn't need to pit again. Seeing the timing of some of these pits, we're looking at 4 tires. Ooh, easy there, Calder. We are seeing, definitely a switch up. Most of these guys got tires with about 14 to 16 second pit stops, except John Rayner. John Rayner here in the 302. He's been down pit road twice, but that last time he was only down there for 8.6 seconds, which has slid him up into the 15th position in this 302 Chevrolet. So hopefully we'll see some good moves out of Rayner here. Yeah, right now up front, it's showing me Jeffrey Kemper and Brandon Ishkanyon are going to be starting a race here so far. These guys last pit on lap 15. The top 4, Kemper, Ishkanyon, Zach Chapman, and Steven Bixler, have all pit back on lap 15. Everybody else has been newer than that. Jacob Butcher last pit on 14. He's back there in the 10th position. So Ishkanyon feeling pretty confident about his luck here, working his way toward the front. I don't know if that fuel window is going to catch him off guard. If that's what some of these other guys are thinking, maybe the fuel window could be an issue. But most of our race leader here tonight, Bob Light, he's back there in that 13th position. Kind of seeing that kind of messing up a little bit. Back to the 14th. So a lot of these guys are got to be careful. 72, easy. Yeah, 72 of Zach Chapman there, kind of dropping it off the table there a little bit. He's got to be careful. Yeah, because that's one thing you don't want. Where the rubber's built up and it's starting to get stacked up there on the track, actually provides more grip. Down there on the on the apron there, where the asphalt is not touched much, that is not where you want to be. You start hitting the paint, that thing gets slick. Got to be super careful. 72, definitely trying to see if he can poke around, looking for something around Ishkanyon there, but really unable to get it done. Doyle Lowrance here is turned around. Looks like he may be broken. Kind of take a peek at and see what happened to Doyle here. All right, Doyle in the 3. See Roger Craig behind him. Oh. And does anybody else get caught up? He gets caught on that same part of the wall. So yeah, that's the same part where Terry Landis got turned around. What I want to see as well is Isaac Salas and how he fared through all of this. Seeing kind of the contact here. Let's take a look. So we have Lawrence in the 3, Isaac Salas in the 5, and at the bottom, the black, red, and white car, Roger Craig here. Let's kind of take a look. Yeah, man, I just don't know about this. All these cars aren't even touching. Watch Isaac Salas here wheel this thing. Oh, yeah. I think we saw a little bit of this last week. Good job. Good job. Oh. What in the world? Ha! The 48 and the 68 got into it after that. Strausser and Olsen. Yeah, great job there by Isaac Salas. Give him some props here for actually a great piece of driving out of him. Great piece of driving. Excellent job. Let's take a look here. Clink. Yeah, you can't blame Isaac Salas for getting 3 turned around there, but watch that. Excellent job. I don't know quite what happened here. I want to take a peek here at the 48 as well. Let me try one more time. See if I can get a better angle. I don't know what happened. Oh, the 68 tried to make a jerk because he saw Lawrence there on the wall. Oh, guys, dang. All right, 15 to go left in this one. Pace car lights are off. Double stack them. Ish Canyon remains in the front. Now I'm wondering, you know, if cautions do breed cautions, this may be a perfect opportunity for Ish Canyon. If he doesn't take fuel, what he's hoping for is I could save about 1/10, if not 2/10 of fuel, not pitting if the cautions keep coming out, and he will make it on fuel. So that is definitely something to keep in mind there. Awesome job by all these drivers out here, and I figure Isaac Salas, unknown if he is or if he isn't, my man, a really great thing he could do is probably go to give a shout out there for the C2C iRacing School. The C2C Racing School is where top league drivers have volunteered to help league drivers improve their driving skills free of charge. They even offer skills such as qualifying driving lines, driver awareness, setup advice. Go to c2crl.com. Man, really, and you could maybe be able to drive a little bit like Isaac Salas there in the 05, drifting that thing around. Right now, we ought to take a little note here from Ish Canyon, coming up from the back 13 positions to lead this race here so far. We'll see if Zach Chapman, the 72, will be his friend here. And see if we can get these guys worked around the track. I know some of these guys have pit yet again. Tim Chapman back pit on lap 34. But Ish Canyon's still leading the race here. 72's got to kind of tighten it up here a little bit. Kemper, fortunately, has kind of retained back position. He's worked his way back to the front. Good moves by him being able to kind of survive and get out front there. Stella, out there in the chat, I know you're out there with me. You will actually be with me tomorrow for the Racing Revolution for their next race upcoming. Brought to us by the Earhart Group. Who do you think is going to win this one? Does Ish Canyon have enough to pull it out? Does Dan McLaren, our multiple race winner there, hanging out in 7th, does he have enough to pull his way back toward the front? Does Bob Light, who's now back here in the 11th position, still dicing it up, still able to get his way toward the front? So, yeah, so somebody give me some shout-outs out there, what you guys think, especially my frequent viewers and the new viewers out there as well. I know as soon as you subscribe, man, you can go ahead and smack down Nick Alves. There you are. I'll see you out there. Same track tomorrow, yes. But I believe you guys are on the Super Speedway. So definitely a tough track for this one here. These guys really pedaling around, getting it done. I have yet to be on the new asphalt, new Atlanta just yet, the Super Speedway. Nick out there in the chat, if you can help me, is the new one, does it have the green walls? Is that how I can tell? Okay, so this is the Super Speedway. There we go, Peyton Presley. You guys bring cautions. That's what you do. You bring cautions, and that's what's happening. Bob Light is around. Peyton Presley, yo. Man, dude, did you see that? If not, we're going to do it again. We're going to bring this one right back. Bob Light got absolutely demolished in this one. I was really hoping he was going to be able to charge his way forward. So if you guys had a choice of who may or may not win this one, I don't know if Bob Light is going to be back in the charge. Not any fault of his own, as it looks like some trouble may have brewed ahead of him. Let's kind of take a peek. 77 is who we're kind of concentrated on. Uh-oh. Somebody's tapping up front there. I see it. Somebody's tapping up front. Boy, it says the 911 straight into the wall of Jason Sams. Boy, here we go. Sams, Bob Light, the one of Joseph Canellis. Oh, does Terry Landis squeak out? Nope. 61 got caught. 41, we talked about Pat Boyce there. He got caught. 325 of Calder. Squeeze it. He squeaks through the 45. Man, so many cars. And you hate to see it when so many guys start getting banged up and torn to pieces. You just kind of, you hate to see it. It just get mashed to pieces. And you just, the guys do so well. They get their way charged up front, and just unable to keep it collected, I guess. It's just such a shame for most of these drivers. But I know the 911 kind of got tangled up in it. I want to kind of see who was on the inside. I believe the 88 machine was on the inside of him. Yeah, this is kind of where it starts. Yep, and if I were ooh. Ooh, okay. So 911 did not pit. I'm assuming he's going to have to. I mean, he's got to. There's no choice. He's got to. He's got to fix that car. He's smoking real bad. So we're looking at Bob Light here. Looks like he was able to square that one away. 8 to go left in this one. I think these guys are getting ready to start double stacking here in just a second. Brandon Ishkanyon up here in the front still. Like I said, right now Ishkanyon and Chapman are the only two, 1 and 2 up here, pit on lap 15. The only other culprit of the lap 15 pit is Steven Bixler. Right now showing in that 5th, 6th position, kind of tossing around there a little bit. Everybody else has fresher and newer tires and full of gas. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see. Let's go back to the chat. Stellar Stella, you were calling Sams and Pomerleau. So Pomerleau back here in the 4th position, the 327, or 397. And Sams, Jason Sams, he kind of just got wiped out there. So he's going to have to kind of reset 13th place is where he sits. Peyton, we will definitely see out there in the chat if that will be you tomorrow, if you can keep the sleepy driver going on, you know, where people expect you to race good and clean. Races are starting a lot sooner, a lot faster here. Normally we drive past 10 o'clock, but boy, we are already at 9:30, 9:32 here, 7 to go here at Atlanta. This is going to be a good drive by a lot of these drivers here. We'll see what the 72 does. Preston Cranmer, best position of the night, up 26 positions. Right now, he's the fastest mover of the race here so far. Let's see if Preston Cranmer's got anything for him. Kind of taking it easy right now. Looking like Brandon Ishkanyon there, still fighting their way toward the front. Preston Cranmer knows what to do. He's got to push Ishkanyon to get past Zach Chapman of the 72 Chevrolet. These guys got to make it happen. Pomerleau still back there in the 4th position, still hanging there on the outside. He could work with the 72 truck, but see if they can get it happen. But boy, you're starting to see these guys starting to get a little loose. Coming up that track a little bit, Preston Cranmer got to be careful. You saw him kind of tail whip his truck there a little bit, so Preston Cranmer got his hands full of this 07 truck. See if he can keep it down here on the bottom. Peyton Presley rooting for the 07 as well. You guys tuned in, remember he got sent to the moon at Daytona, so this is his chance to really kind of turn this one around here. 5 laps to go, 4 once we get to the line. This one's kind of really boiling down at the bottom. Preston Cranmer did a great job. Now he's working with Ish Canyon. Blocks the 72 of Zach Chapman. Boy, I don't know if I would have done that. Zach Chapman definitely shrugged that one off. Moved a little bit to the outside. Now these two battling right here for 2nd place. Zach Chapman really making it work. Happening. These guys are pushing their way around 07 of Preston Cranmer. The Chevrolet on the inside right now. Toyota, Chevrolet, Toyota. 1, 2, 3, and 4 here battling up toward the front. Got a few people out there in the chat thinking 7's going to win this one. Not sure. We'll definitely have to see. He's definitely given it a college try here so far. Preston Cranmer really putting the moves here on Ish Canyon. Preston Cranmer, keep in mind, only pit back on lap 20. So he's only got 5 newer, fresher tires if he did pit on lap 20. But we are going to go back to a caution. And I'm not sure if Krun's got in that one. See a little damage there to that 121 Chevrolet. Kind of unwrap this one again and see what kind of what happened here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jason Sams out there, Stella, got caught up in this one again. We'll take a peek. 747, Roger Craig. 911 behind him is Jason Sams. See if Jeffrey Kemper in the 181 gives him a shot, and he does. Slow it down here a little bit. Rotate our way up. You see Robert Lynch trying to push his way through the outside wall here. Yeah, there's the shot Robert Lynch got. Looks like Canellis got that of the 1. Oof. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Jason Sams is going to be out of fast repairs here really soon. If he can't figure out how to get out of trouble here. None of this so far I've seen to be a whole lot of his fault here. Oh. Full speed, you can see what happens. Alright, let me roll that back one more time, and you kind of see what happens here. Is he catches the draft from the 747 of Roger Craig here. And when he gets behind the draft, watch all of a sudden he picks up speed that he wouldn't want. Ducks to get out a little bit. See the draft? Yeah, boy, that just undid it. And Kemper, as soon as you saw Sams get out of the draft there and get back forward, that just kind of undid it for all these guys. He lost a boatload of speed, and Kemper got into the back of him. All right, we are got a call out for Andrew Smith in the 79 machine. Robert Rader out there. Calling for the 07 as well, Preston Cranmer. This will actually be his chance. If you can see these guys, here on the bottom, Chapman and Ish Canyon right now, they are desperately trying to save some fuel here. To see if they can squeak through. I don't know, but I'm going to try. Let's see if I can take a peek and see if we can see any kind of a... Do not see a fuel gauge. I was hoping maybe we could take kind of a peek here and see if I can see how close he really is. But not seeing it so far. Yeah, these guys are definitely praying. To try to save as much fuel as absolutely possible, because they were kind of hoping this one was going to be green to the end. Green flag is out. Well, excuse me. Pace car lights are out. Green flag will be out here in just a little bit. So we can kind of see how Zach Chapman's doing here. Don't see him clutching it. Normally you kind of see him clutching and he'd be dropping that thing right toward the bottom. I want you guys to keep in mind, I don't know if you guys noticed, look at that rear view mirror. I am fairly certain that's Cartman. Oh, man. God, makes me wonder if Tim Chapman's doing the same thing. No, he's not. Now, Tim Chapman back here in the 14th position, trying to see if he can battle his way back into the top 10. Oh, but we're going to see if these guys can get their way up there. Roger Craig, great job by him in the 747. He's up here in the 8th position. Look like some pretty straight trucks out here. Don't see any with a whole lot of damage. I don't know if Isaac Salas, who's fortunately battled his way up here all the way. Yeah, he's got some damage there on the left front of Isaac Salas. Definitely don't want to get caught up in any more. Yeah, I think probably that tap that he gave in that earlier wreck, he decided not to come in. Maybe a good move by him so far. I don't know if this is going to play up on him at all. But here's his chance. So everybody's kind of rooting for the 7 of Preston Cranmer to get it done. Outside line. Kind of fell asleep on that restart there. Whoa, Isaac Salas going to hold him up there. 72 is Zach Chapman going to see if he can push Ish Canyon around. Isaac Salas, here we go. Watch that aerodynamic bubble. He's going to reel him in. 2 to go. White flag at the line. Isaac Salas pushing his way behind Ish Canyon here. Who has it? Does Ish Canyon have it? Barney in the booth. White flag is out. All right, what happens from here. So hopefully there's good racing. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Isaac Salas. Isaac Salas looks like he made contact. Ish Canyon is out of it. Push to the back. Shot from the 88 to Dan McLaren. Dan McLaren 3 wide. Here we go. Dan McLaren taking that peek to the inside. Oh, dude! Dan McLaren! Does he have enough speed to hold off Andrew Smith of the 79? Oh, he does! Dan McLaren with a multiple win here in the NASCAR series secures another win here in Atlanta. Right now, Dan McLaren has 2 wins on the season, and that nails his 3rd. Wow! What a wild, wild last lap here. Want to take us another shot here at this last lap. Let's take another peek at this. Got a lot of speed here. See the 05 and Preston Cranmer battling it out here. Boy, they're tangling up there toward the back, too. Looking like the 911's trying. Don't know about that. Oh, what in the world? The 72. The 72 is Zach Chapman here. What happens to the 72? No. Not a Preston Cranmer. Where'd he go? Oh, immediately sent him to pit. Immediately sent him to pit. Now, I know everybody's probably what you're thinking out there. So I'm going to do it. Let's take a peek here and kind of see. Let me see if I can see something here. Yeah, it looked like McLaren dropped it off the table when he went to get back onto the track. Yeah, that was I'll admit that was kind of an ugly finish. Win regardless there. for these drivers up here toward the front, but you want to talk about something else, man, is Roger Craig actually finished third. And I know he had been bumbling around there for a little bit, kind of in the middle of the field. All our drivers up here toward the front did a fantastic job out here so far tonight. It's just, man, what a wild race. Let me go ahead and get our results up here for the race. Way you guys can kind of see where everybody placed here tonight. What a wild race. Yeah, Preston Cranmer all the way back to 11th. Boy, that's just got to take the wind right out of your sails. Isaac Salas up there in the top 5. Comes 15th. Ish Canyon, you saw the bump there at 13th. Zach Chapman back to 14th. So these guys, even after all that bumping, got slammed all the way back out. Boy, that is not the way you want to see it happen. Definitely not the way you want to see it happen, but it did happen. And right now, Roger Craig gets himself a third place finish here. Roger, I'm sure you got a copy on me, bud. How was the racing out there tonight?
Better. I mean, there's still lots of issues, but it's a bunch of dirt guys, trying to run on asphalt, and I think it is getting better, and we will get better as time goes on. But I caught a few breaks there at the end with some of those wrecks. That's for sure. Just trying to stay clean, and it worked out.
All right, man. Well, I see so far 3 races. You've got 1 top 10. This will be your first top 5, and placing a podium, not a 4th, not a 5. You come in 3rd, and really, it's good racing out here so far. I did a few replays there of the final lap there, man. It was kind of a good kind of a rough smash up there toward the end. And really, Tim Chapman Racing here sponsoring this league. This is a heck of a race there toward the end. We had a lot of green flag laps.
Well, I caught a few breaks there at the end, but hey, I got to give a shout out. Yesterday was Canadian Thanksgiving, and we have 3 Canadians, not only 3 Canadians on the podium, but 3 Ohsweken boys. So from we're Ohsweken Speedway guys that hang out. So congrats to the other 2 as well for the all-Canadian podium.
All right, fantastic job here tonight. Man, I think next week you guys rotate to Richmond on the asphalt. We went from, I talked to the viewers, and we went from 2.5 to 2.5 to 2 when we got to Michigan. Now we're starting to kind of creep down. We're getting in the 1.5 miles of Charlotte, and now we're here at Atlanta. Now we move even smaller to Richmond. What kind of racing do you think we'll see there?
Hopefully it'll still be good. I think the guys are, getting a little more aware. Richmond's about as small as we're gonna. We don't go to the short tracks, not this season, because we're still trying to get our sea legs here. So, but I'm hoping for a good race, and we'll have to watch out for Preston Cranmer and the ALAT Outlaws, because that's Preston's home track. And I know his dad, Mike, that races with us. He used to drive one of the tow trucks during the NASCAR races, so they're well experienced at Richmond.
Oh wow! All right, man. Well, go ahead and give me your shout outs here, bud. And let's get you going.
Well, I got to thank my buddy, the Salty Dogs. I think there was 8 of us in here, so that was a gold dog bone tonight for me. But those guys are awesome. Langton Mechanical, Cool Ray, of course. Malcolm's Mills Millwrighting has been with us since the beginning of the league. Can't thank them enough. So, we let the dogs out for you. That's our good buddy Joe Canellis, and he's helping us out at the for the big finals we're having up here in 2 weeks, this charity event. So our team's been entered. We'll talk about that a little bit more, but any team that puts in $200 will get provisionals for each of the races. So Joe put that up for us. Appreciate it.
All right, wow. Awesome job. Really, Roger Craig, great job tonight, man. And everybody needs to tune to C2CRL.com. I mean, they can find all sorts of information there as well, with the upcoming events and things like that. I think you guys have Soup Week coming up here in, a couple weeks.
That's the World Finals. You're doing Soup Night. That's all the after the qualifiers. It'll be all the the boys trying to fight their way through the FEDC mains. But I'll get out here and let you talk to the real drivers. They're probably waiting to talk to you.
All right, Roger.
And shout out to you too, buddy. Doing a great job. We're glad to have you on board and appreciate everything you do for us.
All right, appreciate it, Roger. Fantastic job in the 747 Chevrolet. Can't wait to see what you got for us next week.
See you next week, buddy.
All right, that's Roger Craig there in the 747. Man on the move had a voter out there. Robert Rader, I believe, was wishing for the 79 machine to kind of secure this one in his Toyota. Andrew Smith. I haven't talked to Andrew Smith, man. Really, how was the racing out there tonight, bud?
Hectic.
Yeah, that it was, dude.
Yeah, it was definitely, that's probably the best word for it. It was a super speedway. It felt like Bristol out there, to be perfectly honest, how fast we were going around these corners in the pack. But it worked. I mean, I got super lucky, and that's what you need at plate races, right? I made it through about 4 or 5 wrecks with minimal damage, and the last one, yeah, had a run on my teammate, but got just the momentum took me below the line, so I knew I wouldn't have counted if I went around him. So I was happy with a photo finish with my teammate running first.
All right, man, and still, here you are. I believe, if I'm reading right, 8th in points right now. You got 2 top 10s, at least one of them was a top 5. Here you are with another top 5. This should be a good shootout for you toward the end. I'm excited to see what you got coming. I always try to ask people how they feel with the upcoming race, and we're looking at next week is going to be Richmond. You know, we're kind of getting smaller on the tracks now, and it seems you're kind of starting to prevail more as the smaller the tracks. Is that kind of am I kind of on the right track there?
Yeah, it's definitely more throttle control style track, Richmond and the smaller ones. I definitely like those. I'll be honest, I'd rather be driving a modified Richmond because those are absolute blast to rip around. But it'll definitely be fun and challenging to try and even a top 5 in points would be great for me.
All right, man. Well, right now you're doing the right things to get there. So, man, dude, wild race, especially that last lap. You've been able to survive after that tangle up. I think was Zach Chapman there and Dan McLaren. That was definitely a kind of a definite switch up there. You were able to squeak through. But dude, fantastic job tonight. Go ahead and give me your shout outs and let's get you on the road.
Thank you. First on Spartan Racing, 1-2 again, just like Michigan, so that was great. Perfect Endeavor Expressions, VMR Wraps, and I'm going to give a shout out to Isaac Salas, who was unfortunately in that because he helped us out huge, McLaren and myself. He was cooperating or whatever they call that. We were working, so that was great.
Yeah, definitely, Isaac Salas. Yeah, and really a bummer for him back there in the 13th position. I know he was moving forward, back, and just being able to do it. But dude, 24 positions, I believe. Looking at my ticker here, you were the biggest mover of the race here. So great job by you tonight, man. And hopefully you'll be able to kind of repeat this at Richmond.
Thank you. I didn't know I was hard charger. That's cool too. Even better.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, bring on Richmond.
All right, Andrew Smith. Good job tonight, bud. See you next week.
Thank you, sir. Cheers.
All right, that's Andrew Smith. Really the man, the myth, the legend. Like I said, I haven't talked to him much, but it's good to have a chat with somebody you haven't seen. And I can't say too much about haven't seen because here we are with somebody we have seen, and we've seen him a bunch. And here so far, we're looking at Dan McLaren. Really, another race win for Dan McLaren here in the 88. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try and nip this here right in the bud here, Dan. Really, the last lap here. What happened?
100%. That was Zach's win. That's definitely not how I wanted to finish it. So, yeah, I'm not. I can't imagine how Zach's feeling right now. But I'm not. I don't feel like I deserve the win.
Yeah, definitely is still a tough move. It looked like from the outside here, it looks like the left tires did drop off, hit the apron. I think you tried to get back on, and it unfortunately just kind of got you up into up into his quarter panel. Both of y'all kind of, I think, met at the same position. Maybe a definite idea is to help Zach in another race, Richmond coming up. How's that sound?
I love Richmond. Fortunately, actually, no, I'm on days, so I should be able to race. That's probably one of my top 5 tracks to race at. Should be a lot of fun. Yeah.
All right, well, this is definitely helping you spread the gap here. This will actually be your 3rd win. Timothy Chapman and Bob Light are the only ones to have a win in this league, the Pickup Cup so far. And you're definitely leading the charge, by so much. What is it going to take to slow you down out here?
Well, like I said, the win column should still be at 2. But just gotta move forward and go on to the next race. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, still hold your head up, Dan. You still did a fantastic job driving tonight. Dude, yes, the last lap, there was still kind of a tangle up, and I know a couple, some things happened here. I mean, Brandon Ishcanyon, he ended up getting tangled up right there on the last lap as well. And I know you were sitting back in the 5th position for that one. You moved up 23 positions. The only person who moved up more than you was Andrew Smith. So, you were on a tear here tonight, and you came all the way from the back and got up into the front. So I was going to say, don't hang your head completely. Like I said, I know iRacing incidents and things touching all night. If you go back and tune in the broadcast, because I know you've subscribed, you'll be able to go back and you'll see how much actually net code there was here, man. A lot of things look like, I could have stuck another half a car in there and people were spinning out all night. So definitely, like I said, I wouldn't hang your head on this one, man. It's still a good win here at Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, ever since they reconfigured the track, it's just, it's wide open. It's hard to pass, and, nerves tend to, get high a little bit. But hopefully, it was still a good race for some people. But yeah, we'll go on to the next one.
All right, man. Well, go ahead and give me your shout outs and let's get you on the road here, bud.
Everyone at Spartan Racing, VMR Wraps, WeldStar Custom Fabrications, Coast2Coast Racing League, and you for putting on the broadcast.
All right, appreciate it, Dan McLaren. Hopefully everything kind of goes better. I know you and Zach Chapman will probably talk a little bit, but I think y'all will come to an understanding after a cool down period. But great job tonight, Dan, in that 88 Toyota. Glad to see you bring it back home in the winner's circle.
Thanks, Patrick.
All right, and that's Dan McLaren there in the 88, and you feel it. He feels a lot of remorse. There's how he felt getting through the end of that race right there, and you do feel bad. I do kind of see from his angle. It looked like something happened, but I've been showing you guys even here through a lot of these replays and what we've been seeing here. A lot of this is a lot of just some ugly racing here, and it was just not what you want to see. I hope iRacing themselves are able to kind of straighten this up a little bit and kind of make it to where guys can race a lot closer than half a car length between each other, and they're smashing each other to pieces here. But once again, appreciate you guys joining me here for Topside Tuesday, brought to you by Gambler Motorsports, 2-1 Designs, Tim Chapman Racing. Great sponsors these guys bring us, along with Magnum Race Designs, Langton Mechanical. These guys being able to come out here and sponsor the Coast2Coast Racing League. And thanks to you guys, I did look after Stage 2. We are at 100 subscribers. That is our first milestone. I'm so excited to see everybody joining up and kind of coming, tuning in here. Check us out tomorrow at simtracksbroadcasting.com, or you can even check us out with the Racing Revolution, who we are hosting tomorrow at Atlanta at this track. So these guys are going to be in the next-gen cars, putting it down there. Robert Rader right now is leading big time in the points. A lot of his teammates and other drivers trying to run him down. And I know they have a new Monday League as well, and he just barely squeaked out a win there. I'm sure James Loveland is going to really put a fender into him there. So join us tomorrow as well. Coast2Coast also has the Hometown Heroes coming up tomorrow. You can tune into them. They got a lot of good racing. Soup Week is up soon. So guys, tune into that. We want to make sure we get plenty of signups there. Like I said, there's a pretty good winner's purse going on from there. But thank you again for joining us here at Simtrax Broadcasting. Fantastic job for you guys joining us, getting the subscriptions out there, tuning in every time, especially you, Stellar Stella. I'll see you tomorrow. Man, guys, you guys are awesome. But be well, be safe, be kind. Bye, guys.